No?
Yeah,
I wouldn't
close.
know. Oh, well, you guys are biased.
Do not be surprised if in 2026, by the end of the year, we are valuing Tyler Shough above Jackson. Welcome back, everybody, to Sunday Concessions. I'm Cameron, here with Caleb, here with Trey, once again, and we have an exciting show for you all today. We're covering all the latest NFL news, and also we're going to rank every quarterback in the NFL. That's right, 32 quarterbacks, plus maybe some others, and we're going to tell you which ones are goated, which ones are terrible, which ones are just kind of meh. And trust me, this thing gets heated, and we drop some crazy takes. Make sure you stick around for the entire video, and make sure you, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel.
Sunday concession. Sunday concessions. Sunday concession.
Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers. He's finally back with Pittsburgh, like we all predicted, right? Did we all
Shocker.
predict this?
Yeah, we
Shocker.
all did.
Yeah, we kind of knew this was coming.
It's because they had that weird clause, right? Where, like, he had to sign with them or they could.
Yeah, it was the restricted free agent tender. So basically, he would have to sign with the Steelers. If somebody else wanted to sign him, it required all these other things. It was a weird scenario.
Yeah.
So
It was rare, like whatever it was. I've got to go back and like find out what the stipulation was. It doesn't matter. The NFL season is dry right now.
Dry.
Oh my gosh.
I'm curious to know though, because apparently Rodgers and Mike Tomlin like loved each other, like really good friends. But everyone's saying like, oh, he's reunited back with McCarthy now, but he's never said anything about being excited to be back with McCarthy.
yeah, and
Yeah.
from what I remember,
You know what
their
I mean?
time ended kind of sourly in Green Bay. But, I think Rodgers just enjoyed his time last year with Pittsburgh. I think he does want to give it one more shot. And the offense is so much better than what it was last year. Better O-line. You had Michael Pittman Jr. You draft Jeremy Bernard. So, I mean, this is a much better offense. And, my favorite part about this news is finally we can stop talking about it. I wish
know.
people wouldn't give into it.
yeah.
He was always going to come back in my mind.
Right,
yeah,
Like,
same
it was
here.
not a question.
Oh yeah.
And so everybody would be like, well, it's May 2nd and Aaron Rodgers still hasn't signed. And it's like, all right, dude, stop talking about it. You're so annoying.
Yeah.
But I do think this is a good setup for him. And I know a lot of people say that he's cooked, but he had 24 touchdowns last year to 7 interceptions on a team that was very run heavy, where his top receivers were Darnell Washington, not
DK
Jalen Warren,
Metcalf.
DK.
Yeah, I was gonna say DK.
DK. I mean, he had DK, but then Calvin Austin, Kenneth
Oh my
Gainwell.
gosh. Yeah, Kenneth Gainwell was pretty much like wide receiver 2 or 3 at that point.
And
yeah.
the offensive line was still finding its groove.
Yep.
Broderick Jones, who's just buns. He's not going to be starting on the O-line now. I just think this is a much better setup for them. And they're going to pass more and towards the middle of the field. Mike Tomlin hated throwing to the middle of the field.
I know.
He said, that's how turnovers happen. We don't do that. You can't win if you don't throw to the middle of the field.
Right.
So, that's why they threw all those go balls and screens.
Yeah, like
now
a Russell Wilson.
Exactly.
All he does.
That
All he
offense
does.
was made for Russ.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So now we get to see Rodgers have a lot more, options in the offense, and McCarthy likes him.
Yeah.
McCarthy's going to run a lot of 3 wide receiver sets. I think it's a lot of fun.
Imagine if we still had George.
Man.
So,
What could have been?
you guys are Steelers fans. For those not watching, both of them are. Does this move the needle for you at all?
I think it puts us right back in the boat we've always been in. You know what I mean?
You know what's interesting is their Super Bowl odds did not change.
Yeah.
Like before they, Aaron Rodgers wasn't coming back to the team versus now, it's the same exact number. I think it's like plus 1,900 or something like that. But even Vegas is like it doesn't move the needle.
Yeah. I still think they're a good team, but it's like last year. I don't think it moves the needle, but so much. But I do think an improved offense, I think could be a lot of fun. And you got to remember, Aaron Rodgers, we like to say he's dropped off. He's so bad. Like, he's not mobile anymore. But think of the offenses he's played for the last like 3 years. It was Mike Tomlin Steelers with Arthur Smith as his head coach, who notoriously is not a throwing, a passing coach. He loves the run game. You go back to the Jets where he was playing, with Robert Saleh, and then Robert Saleh got fired midseason in his second year. The first season he tore his Achilles. So like we haven't really seen Rodgers play on a team that's been pass happy in 3 years. And so I still think there's opportunity for him to play well. He's a very good pocket passer. And now you give him time, you give him extra weapons, you give him more times to throw the ball. So they could be sneaky. I will say that much. They could be sneaky, especially when it comes back to playoff time, depending on Jeremy Bernard's development and Michael Pittman's availability, which I am excited about Pittman.
Yeah.
I'm getting more excited.
That was a good pickup.
Yeah.
Michael Pittman.
And
he's
the
good.
other one we picked up was Rico Dowdle, which could potentially spark a little bit more flame in the run game.
Yeah.
Which we had a good run game last year, but it was still like that scat back with Kenneth Gainwell, Jalen Warren. And they didn't really have much of an identity, but, I mean, maybe Rico's real.
And maybe Caleb Johnson's good.
Huh. I haven't seen that guy since he fumbled a kickoff.
Quick note, today, Rodgers reported to camp today. So they had the first team go out there and run some reps, and guess which running back was on the field with the first team?
Was it Rico? No,
Nope.
Caleb Johnson?
Caleb Johnson.
Wow. Yeah.
So I think McCarthy's just trying to build his confidence up after Mike Tomlin just put him in the
Destroyed it.
doghouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
I told Caleb earlier, I was like, did Caleb Johnson just like doo-doo on Tomlin's porch steps?
Yeah.
Because like Tomlin hated Caleb Johnson.
That's crazy. I like him. I like him a lot. I think he's
I thought he was
going to
be solid.
I agree. Well, let's stick with quarterbacks. Jacoby Brissett is holding out right now. He's not reporting to training camp. Did y'all know about this?
Yeah, I did see this.
Man, pay the man his cheddar.
Pay him his cheddar?
Give him his cheddar.
I disagree.
Come on, man.
He set an NFL record for completed passes. Is that right in the game?
Yeah,
It was like
completions,
49 or something.
And for like 220 yards?
Yeah, exactly. Now he's like, I want $50 million a year.
How much does he want? Do we know? I don't really know how much he wants.
I forgot to see what it was.
Okay, I could be completely off there, but I thought I remember seeing that figure, like 50 mil a year, which
Hey,
I would never, ever, if I was an owner of an NFL team, never cough up money, $50 million for Jacoby Brissett.
I wonder how much does he make right now? Probably around 15.
Let me find out.
Yeah, Trey's gonna find out.
Yeah, look
But
that up.
honestly, like that's like top tier level like negotiation skills if you're Jacoby Brissett. Tell them you want 50 million, so when they come back with like 20 million, you go, that's perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. Dunka. I will say this about Jacoby. I respect him. Stand on business, Jacoby, because this man has been through the ringer the last few years. It seems like every team that picks him up is tanking and has a terrible O-line. So this guy just gets sat back there to get destroyed. Like, nobody's wanting to win with Jacoby. I don't know how he became, like, the all-star for tank teams, but, like, they love him. And he just gets brutalized back there. So, like, I think he deserves the money. If he's going to go stand back there and just get demolished all year, at least get paid for it.
Absolutely. There was a game last year where they were like fighting for their lives. They were playing a good team. I want to say it was like Green Bay. And he was getting hit so hard back there. I'm like, man, why is he playing so hard? Like, why is he just sacrificing his body for this Arizona doo-doo trash team? And he's love for the game, man. Love for the game.
So he makes, he signed a 2-year, $12.5 million contract. So
Right,
average
okay.
annual value, like that's good for the Cardinals. Now I'm with you. Like when you say like you feel good about, okay, here's the, I always want the players to make as much money as they can.
Sure.
I don't think it would be in a financially sound decision to sign him for starter money. I don't think he's a starter. I think he's a very good backup. And what I saw was not $50 million, but like $15 million.
Okay.
I think you could pay Jacoby Brissett $15 million a year.
Yeah, I mean,
That's like average backup money anyways, I feel like.
Right.
I feel like if you're
Yeah.
paying less than that, you're getting a steal.
Yeah.
But like if you're going to, I don't know. I mean, he came in, like you guys said, he just got blown up and he
I know.
took the hits when he had to and, had some crazy fantasy days. But
yeah.
What is Rodgers' 1 year deal? What is that worth? Did we say?
20 something mil?
20, yeah, it was like
20-something
25 or
Okay.
23
mil.
or
So like 10 more to start the entire season, which we're projecting that Jacoby won't be starting the entire season, right?
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess we'll get there in a little bit, but
Yeah. Hey, spoiler, bro.
yeah, they got Gardner.
Jeremiyah Love's
they got
gonna play
Minshew,
QB.
and they got Carson Beck.
Yep.
Yep,
Yep.
it's gonna be fun. Like
Yeah.
that's gonna be a fun. It's gonna be fun competition to watch. I think.
Yeah, one of my favorite best ball drafters right now keeps talking about. Everybody's like, "Get Jacoby Brissett late in the draft. Get Jacoby Brissett late in the draft," and he's like, "Just stop and think for a second. What's the scenario that Jacoby Brissett is playing in Week 17 this year? Like, I can't think of any plausible scenario that he's still out there playing.
Well, unless somebody comes in and gets hurt, and then
Right.
he's back out there.
Right.
Like that's the only way I could see that happening.
Yeah, or like even if they're competing for the playoffs.
Yeah.
like why are you starting your better quarterback option?
Yep.
You know, you're supposed to be tanking. You have the hardest schedule. We just talked about this last week.
This
Yeah.
is true.
But anyway, Caleb, you brought up news earlier about Jeremiyah Love sticking with the Cardinals. That he is.
I think that was off camera.
Oh, it was
when
off
he said
camera.
it, yeah.
Okay. Well, you said that Jeremiyah Love is receiving kicks.
He's receiving kicks.
That's amazing.
He's looking like Caleb Johnson right now.
the fourth. What was he? What pick was he in the
Third
draft?
overall.
3.
Third overall draft pick.
The 103.
Practicing kick returns.
And he's returning kicks. The highest paid running back to come out of a draft for immediate guaranteed money.
Let me tell you something. This means absolutely nothing. You know who also returned kicks in camp?
Riley
Bo
Moss.
Nix.
Dude, I bet Bo could though. He's got legs.
He's
dude.
got wheels.
Dude,
That boy does have
yeah,
wheels.
he can run.
He's got sneaky wheels.
None
He can't
other
get
than
over the buzz
Patrick
cut.
Surtain. Sean Payton had Patrick Surtain out there running kickoffs, punt returns, and kickoff returns, and he was like, "I'll do it." And when that happened, I was like, "You guys would be so stupid to do that."
Yeah.
And they didn't. So
It probably helps with field vision if you think about it. Like that's a real
Maybe.
talent of having
honestly,
field vision.
that's a really good point. Like,
Yeah.
maybe that's what it is. Is like, okay, take a look over here. Like, you're going to be facing all these kind of defenses, people coming at you from
Right.
every angle. You got to be able to, dude.
Especially in zone defenses. Of course,
guy.
kickoff formations are a little different from an offense formation. But I'm trying to understand it, but it's hard to a little bit, especially with J Love.
I think it's just a thing that teams do to like humble their rookies when they come into the NFL.
Yeah.
And it's like, the typical, hey, if you can't do the hard stuff, then why am I going to get you to do anything on this
Yeah.
team? So, go do the dirty work, be a janitor, return a few kicks in practice. I highly doubt that they're going to start him as a kick returner or a punt returner in any game this year.
Yeah.
Not even preseason.
Right.
You know what this just happened to last year? Actually, as your boy, I remember you said you liked them. People were freaking out because Sean McVay had Kyron Williams returning punts, and they had just drafted Blake Corum. I don't know, so that might have been 2 years ago. But people in like the fantasy community were freaking out, like, get rid of Kyron, don't draft Kyron. He's returning punts. He's just obsolete at this point.
I love Kyron, dude.
Gosh,
It's honestly great for fantasy football because it just drives down players' values. So
Yeah.
like, you might be able to get a discount on Jeremiyah Love
Right.
because everybody's freaking out that he's returning kicks, if they actually are. Hopefully
Yeah.
the community doesn't get smart enough.
until like game one. We look at Arizona's game and Jay Love's returning kicks.
Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh.
All right, the last bit of major news I wanted to bring up, this is serious.
Okay.
This is something we got to talk about.
Lock in, T.
Malik Nabers, torn ACL last year, rip. MetLife turf took him out. He just underwent his second surgery. They say it's a cleanup procedure, but I mean, how nervous are we on a scale of 1 to 10 about Malik Nabers' availability for this year?
If I'm a Giants fan, I'm really nervous. I mean, it's just like anytime you have surgery, like it sucks. Like until you see him running and cutting, like I don't know. There's like a whole mental aspect to it too, where like until you see him out there and trusting his knee, which I've heard like a lot of interviews from different players who've said like I didn't really trust my knee again for like 2 years, because it's just you don't know if anything's going to get torn up again. Yeah, I mean, Bo Nix had a second ankle surgery, and they did the same thing. They they went in, they cleaned stuff up, whatever that means, and I, as a Broncos fan, I'm nervous. Like, I'm nervous, and he doesn't even run. Like, that's all Malik's job is to run, and run and catch that ball. So, I don't know, man. I'm nervous for I loved what the Giants are putting together, and I don't think it's going to be as fun if Malik is out for any amount of time, whether it's like 2 or 3 or 4 weeks to the start of the season. It's going to suck.
Yeah, I'm like a 8.5 scared,
Dang.
nervous about Malik. For sure. I'm not much of a doctor, but I was watching a video of an actual doctor talking about it. And the initial time they had to wait to do surgery because it was so swollen and they couldn't get in. They had to wait for the swelling to go down. So they waited till the swelling went down. That was weeks later. They do the surgery. And now, I can't say it how he was saying it, but pretty much he was explaining how the fact they had to do a second surgery because it was so tight in there to repair stuff like that kind of shows the extremity of the status.
The damage.
The damage, exactly. So I don't think this is going to just absolutely destroy him like he's done or anything. It's just I think at first they were saying he was going to come back in like week 1 or 2 or 3, right?
Right.
If I had to guess, I would think he's going to be coming back between like weeks 5 and 8.
Yeah.
And even when he does come back, he's not going to be 100%.
Right.
I think he's going to have a little bit of a slow start. We might not see old Malik Nabers until like
2027 or something.
right. Hopefully by the end of this 2026 season.
Sure.
Hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for at this point. So I hope he proves me wrong. That is one of my favorite players in the league. I want to see Malik come back so bad because he's probably top 2 in talent in the league. If we were ranking receivers, I'd fight you all day today. But
Hey,
I don't know. I wouldn't put him above Chase or Jefferson or
That's tough.
JSN or.
Unfortunately,
we'll save that
we've
debate for another day.
Yeah, right.
We've only seen one season from him healthy, you
Right.
know, and
He wasn't even completely healthy in this rookie season.
I know he had the turf issue, the
Yeah.
turf toe issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's still went crazy.
So
I know.
I put this through ChatGPT and Claude to
Okay.
try to. I did a little research project
Knucklehead. Our ops.
about
GPT.
Yeah, well, hey, we took
Computer
GPT
boy.
out last week. Thanks,
That's right.
Trey.
We knocked him out.
We did.
Check out that
Come on,
last
Trey.
show. So I put it through ChatGPT and Claude to see how many players, receivers specifically, had a second surgery following their ACL tear, and what was their performance the following year. Okay,
Uh-oh.
so 2011, Kenny Britt was one that came up. He returned the following year with 45 receptions for 589 yards and 4 touchdowns. And I don't know if y'all remember, you laugh when I say Kenny Britt. Kenny Britt was a dog.
Yeah.
Like, let's not forget this.
I was laughing because I thought you were about to say Kenny Galladay. I was going to go.
Another one, Odell Beckham Jr. Odell Beckham Jr. 2020 and 2022, he had
Yeah.
ACL surgeries and had second surgery on it. 35 receptions, 565 yards, 3 touchdowns. A huge drop off after that initial ACL tear. The only two that succeeded, you have to go back for this, is Jerry Rice and Javon Walker. Jerry Rice in 97 tore his ACL. He came back 14 weeks later and
Oh my gosh.
played, and then he broke his knee, as his patellar tendon or something like that. But then the following year after that injury, he had 82 receptions, 1,100 yards, and 9 touchdowns.
Wow.
Just built different.
Yeah,
And then
that's
Javon
Jerry.
Walker. Y'all remember Javon Walker?
I remember.
I
Javon
remember-
Walker
I
a
remember
little
Old
the
bit.
Packers
name.
receiver.
Yeah.
He was a dog. He had a second surgery, and he came back with 69 catches, 1,084 yards, and 8 touchdowns. So pretty good. So there's still hope, I think, for Nabers, historically speaking. Like, this isn't the end for him. But I will say I'm with both of you guys in this, that I think our expectations of Nabers should be a little lower.
Yeah.
Because I think he needs time to heal from that surgery.
Yeah, I mean those good seasons are the outliers. It's
Right.
not the standard.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm nervous.
The good thing for him is he's young. He's
Yeah.
23 years old, I
Right.
think, 23, 24. So that gives him time. I am hopeful. I might cry my eyes out if he's never his old self, man.
I know. That's the biggest thing I'm scared
Man.
of, that he becomes like Odell Beckham Jr. and just like is done.
That is
So-
going to sting so bad.
Cam, you watch Apple TV?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
Have you seen Widow's Bay?
No.
Have you heard of Widow's Bay?
I've heard of Widow's Bay.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
Let's
Look at me.
go.
Don't ask me nothing about it, though.
But yeah,
I
you
just heard
haven't,
of it.
you haven't seen it? Dude, it's spooky.
Okay.
It's spooky. I don't know if you're like into like I wouldn't call it horror, but it's got like,
Like
horror.
thriller.
It's
suspenseful.
more like, it's definitely suspenseful.
Okay.
But it's very I don't know, it's almost getting I don't want to spoil anything for you, but it's almost getting into like the supernatural. So I wanted to get like your thoughts on it. And Caleb, you too. I want you guys to go watch
What would
this.
you compare it to? Like other shows or movies?
Gosh, I don't know. I don't really know. Like I heard someone say like this is a cross between Severance and something else, and I don't see it that way. Severance is more like technology based and kind of like weird, and this is more like it's closer to like a haunting. But it's not, and it's like reality is kind.
Is it like Black Mirror at all?
No, because like Black Mirror and Severance are like I feel like in their own
Similar.
their own like
technology.
separate.
What about American Horror Story? Is it similar to that?
I guess kinda.
Okay.
Only the young kid knows American Horror Story.
I saw a few.
I was forced to watch that by an ex-girlfriend. Anyways.
I watched a few of those early seasons, and they kind of like grossed me out.
Yeah, that's
a little
weird,
bit.
dude.
Yeah,
It's weird.
So I stopped watting that.
Not
I felt
good for the
very
soul.
Yeah. I
Felt
was
very
gonna say,
yucky
like
afterward,
spiritually,
yeah.
I felt like okay, this is not good for me. Like, this is definitely teetering on the. Anyways, I guess it's more in line with that, but it's like a mystery. It can be like comedic at some points, but it's I'm
gonna have to.
You
watch
just
it.
have to watch it, and then
Yeah.
we can talk about it. Yeah,
I'll watch it. Trust me.
but-
I will watch it.
Okay.
Me and
Yeah.
you have been kind of lockstep with shows.
Yeah.
We both love Severance.
Yeah.
We both love Pluribus.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have you seen Your Friends and Neighbors with John Hamm? Also on Apple TV. It's inappropriate, kids. Like you might not lots of
I can't
language
watch that.
and certain things. But that one's really fun too.
You haven't seen that?
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh.
I just figured you did. 'Cause, you guys like all the same things. You might as
Yeah.
well get married at this point. I mean,
Hey, bruh. Hey, bruh. Careful. I've been trying to put you onto a show.
me and Trey like the same thing.
Nah, don't listen to him because I've been trying to put him on to a show for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been trying to put him on to Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Because
like,
I love Breaking Bad.
one of the biggest shows ever.
Yeah. And he's like, I tried watching it, bro, and I just wasn't into it. I'm like, you have the attention span of a 3-year-old. Bro, just watch the show. And then he has the audacity to tell me he's watching some show called Animal Kingdom on TV. Bro,
good.
what are you doing?
Weird.
I
Weird
have to
show.
give Caleb credit though because I think that Breaking Bad is overblown.
Have you watched the whole thing?
Yeah, I've seen it twice.
Twice?
I've seen
Have you
this
watched
whole-
Better Call Saul?
No, I mean I tried
What do
to.
you mean it's overblown? Go ahead. I want to
Okay,
hear this.
I just don't think that the show is as good as people say it is. It's good. Like if we were ranking Breaking Bad, I would probably give it like
S tier.
no. I'm gonna give it a number. I'm gonna put it on a scale because
Ooh.
S tier doesn't mean anything to anybody. When you do go to like Rotten Tomatoes, they give you a percentage.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So let's do a Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes percentage of Breaking Bad.
What's yours?
100.
That's
100?
crazy.
Literally
That mean-
perfect.
That's
okay,
crazy.
so
Literally perfect.
That means you have no flaws with
No
it.
flaws.
Wow.
That's perfection.
Crazy.
Wow. The only 100% I've ever given anything, I think ever, is Lord of the Rings.
Okay. Well, I ain't talking to this guy, bro.
What?
What is wrong?
I love
Lord of the Rings is overblown, overrated.
Oh my gosh.
That's it. Me and
Dude.
Trey are getting married now, dude.
Yeah.
You just fell out.
Yeah, screw
No,
you.
what about me?
It's me and
Please.
T. I love Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings is the best thing.
You can't just
that
say
has
Lord of the
ever
Rings.
been
There's
produced.
3 of them. Actually,
Yes.
there's like 18
All
of
3
them.
of them.
now.
But it's one.
I
But it's like one
Didn't
story.
really care for The Hobbit, to be honest.
Yeah, me neither. I
Okay,
didn't.
good.
No, I thought
Good.
the Hobbit was garbage.
Schmaug?
Let me guess, you like the Hobbit? He's like, Hobbit's great.
No,
Lord of the
no.
He
Rings
just wanted to say
sucks.
Schmoe.
No, I saw them as a kid. Like, they were cool, and I did love like. I had a friend who had like all the Lord of the Rings action figures. When I say all, I mean all, like every single one. And we would go and play for hours out in the woods with these guys and create like wars and stuff.
When was the last time you've watched them?
Just recently with my wife.
What is
Literally
wrong
like
with you?
probably 2 months ago, because I was like, everybody loves this, and I like need to get into it more because I'm not into it.
Okay, now we're
Still
in
not
different
into it.
atmospheres. Okay,
Yeah.
So, Lord of the Rings is 100. Breaking Bad, I would give like an 8.1. Like an 81%. Like
good.
it's good. Right, exactly.
good.
And exactly the way you said it. It's good. Like it's good. But
This is not helping my case to get him to watch this show.
Dude.
Honestly,
well, I want to level your expectations. If you go in saying it's going to be pretty good, you're going to enjoy it. But if you go in
Exactly.
thinking it's going to be the best show you've ever watched, you're going to be
point.
disappointed.
I don't think so, and I have a lot of other people
Okay,
that would agree.
But here's the thing: is like if he thinks it's the best show he's ever watched, then he's going to be like, "Oh, that was great! Like it surpassed my expectations."
First off, he won't even watch Severance.
Yeah, you should watch Severance.
Okay, what
Is
would
that
you give
on-
Severance?
Severance is like a 95%.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Like that show is.
Do you agree?
So,
Yes,
so good.
yes.
Is that only on Apple TV?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only reason I wouldn't give it 100 is because it broke my heart at the end of the last season.
Yeah.
If you give me the login, I'll watch it
I'll
tonight.
give you my login.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you,
We
that
are
show is
married now.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Do we have any
It's
news
so
of when
good.
that's coming out?
I don't know. They can take their time. They can take 4 years, and I'll be
Yeah,
like, okay,
I
just
was-
make it good. That's all I care
I
about.
clear my calendar. I take the whole next week off.
Oh yeah.
Just to watch the first episode.
Yep.
I'll tell you right now, here's my other two 100s.
Okay.
100%. And these are movies.
You're just giving hundreds willy-nilly like that? That's why I can't even trust your opinion.
Yeah, I can't.
You get 100. You get 100.
You haven't even
Oprah
heard what I'm
Winfrey.
giving to 100. You haven't even heard what I'm rating.
Let's
All
hear
right,
it.
let's hear it.
All right. Revenge of the Sith.
That's 100.
100. 10 out of 10.
That's 100.
10 out of 10.
Dang it.
You turned her against me.
Dude.
I'm not yourself.
That is one of the best productions, cinematic productions I've ever seen in my life.
It's incredible.
You guys are crazy.
Hold on.
It's incredible.
All right.
I got one more chance to redeem myself, at least in your mind. Spider-Man 2.
I don't think Spider-Man 2 is even better than the other two
Tobey Maguire?
Spider-Man
Doc
movies.
Ock, Otto Octavius.
I thought, what about Spider-Man 3?
Well, Spider-Man 3 is pretty good, too.
Well-
I mean, they're right there in lockstep.
I mean, that's not even the best Tobey Maguire
The only
Spider-Man
reason
movie.
the only
Spider-Man
reason-
1 is the best one.
Well,
Easily.
The only reason I
Easily.
wouldn't give Spider-Man 3 a 100% is because it wasn't long enough. I wish it went a little bit longer, like an extra 30 minutes.
I feel like it was so long. By the time you get to the
It
end
was
of
like
you're
2.5
dude-
hours.
Yeah, you're like, dude.
I needed 30 more minutes.
All right, if you want to watch an extended version of a movie, go watch the extended Lord of the Rings.
No.
Yeah.
I've done it.
Dude.
I literally sat and watched all 3 extended editions in one day.
I don't know what's wrong with you. I went and I watched Return of the King in theaters
It's beautiful.
recently. Like, it came back in the theaters. Dude, I was like crying in the theater. I was like, this isn't, truly incredible. Like, it is the best thing that's ever. And then you think about, this was recorded in 1999. Okay?
Yeah.
And then you think about that and you're like, if that came out today,
That's true.
it would be like the best movie.
I have a ton of respect for it. That's not the problem here. I understand Schmeagol was a big deal. Gollum, Schmeagol, whichever one.
It's not about Smeagol.
But
It's not about Schmeagol.
I don't know.
Well, man, it's just so many like underlying elements too. Like 300 against 10,000. That's like Gideon. It's like a direct.
That's like 300.
correlation.
The movie 300.
Yeah,
That's
but
close
we're
to
going
100%.
That's actually 100.
Man, you guys. Oof, my gosh.
Do you like 300?
It was fine. Like it was fine. At the time, that's the thing. Well, it was good at the time. It doesn't hold up. Go back and watch it now, and you're like, man, this is really cheesy.
Okay, first off, the best part about 300 was all the YouTube videos with 3 Days Grace songs in the background. That is the best part about 300.
That's cinematic masterpiece
I was like
right
15
there.
years old, and I got in trouble from my mom from listening to 3 Days Grace and watching the 300 videos.
Dude, the early 2010s.
just to go to play a soccer game. What am I planning on doing, bro? Like,
My gosh.
I'm a midfielder. I am not a warrior. I'm not even on the front line.
That's crazy.
And then Top Gun Maverick, I would give it like a 97.
I agree with it,
Dude, Top Gun.
Original?
Have you seen it? No, Maverick,
new
the
one,
second
new
one.
Okay.
Dude,
New one's very good.
Dude,
Haven't
that
seen it.
Are you serious?
What?
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Dude, that is the best movie I've seen in the last like 15 years.
Really?
Legitimately.
It's
Yeah.
a great movie.
It's incredible.
I wouldn't say the best in the last 15 years.
What's the best one in the last 15 years?
Gladiator. 100 for me. Best movie ever. Gladiator,
I-
Russell
I do
Crowe.
agree.
Yeah, but that's
Not the new one.
Yeah, but that was like 2001. That was 20,
Was it?
25 years ago or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's a long time
Man, it's
ago.
been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my first R-rated movie I ever watched. Did you know that?
Wow. Interesting.
I was 13 years old.
Last Samurai. I was 10.
Ooh. Yeah.
That was a good movie.
That movie was sick. Also
think
Tom
that
Cruise.
movie.
I
I'm a big.
watched,
Wait,
go ahead.
where do you guys stand on Tom Cruise?
I loved him in Tropic Thunder.
That's it, brother.
Batman?
Mission
Batman.
Impossible.
Oh, wait, sorry. I'm thinking of someone else. Anyway,
He's
keep
thinking of
going.
Tom Hanks.
I'm thinking, no.
Tom Hanks is not Batman.
I was
Tom
about
Hanks
to
would be a
say
dope
a movie
Batman.
with Christian Bale, and I don't know why I was thinking Christian Bale.
Tom Hanks' Batman is nightmare fuel. Like, could you imagine one night you
Oh
get
my
home and you just like
gosh.
want to pop on Batman? You're like, oh great, I'm so excited to see my favorite superhero of all time. And
You got
takes off
Woody
the
walking
mask,
out
and it's
here.
Tom Hanks. Oh, Alfred!
Well said.
Incredible.
Crazy.
So now, everybody, what we're going to be doing is ranking every quarterback in the NFL. All 32 quarterbacks, we're going to put them in our ranking sheet here. We're going to create tiers, and we're just going to see who's got a good quarterback, whose quarterbacks are mid and hindering them, and whose quarterbacks are just absolutely buns, and they need to fix that ASAP. So we've got our tier list chart here. We're going to have to pick the starters for some of these teams, like the Cardinals. So I think it's great. Let's start with the Cardinals.
I think this is alphabetical, first of all.
Oh, that's good.
Perf.
Yeah, it is. I think what we should do is, if there's a quarterback competition, we just
rank them all.
Yeah, well, we just rank like the quarterbacks who we think are actually going to be in it.
All right, so Cardinals, bad quarterback.
yeah.
What are our tiers, Trey? What are our tiers?
All right, we have generational. This is somebody who anybody in the league would want this person on their team.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We have superstar. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It's like the ones who elevate everybody around them, but there are better ones out there.
Yeah.
Obviously. Good starter. How would you guys say this? I would say it's somebody who you like, but you don't see them as the long-term.
Right.
You know, you don't see them as retiring as, a member of your organization.
They're hard to get off your team for just next to anything, and hard to just draft somebody to replace them because they're good enough, but not good enough to get you to the next level.
Yeah, like Aaron Rodgers.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I was going to say not ideal, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Solid. I would say bridge quarterback.
Yeah.
You're looking for your next guy.
Yep.
Not ideal. Let's see. What do you guys think?
Yeah, not ideal is like, I feel like bad starter is like your last tier of defense.
Yeah.
Not ideal is like, okay, we can make it through a season. We can probably win some games.
Yeah, it's like you couldn't get your bridge quarterback because somebody else signed him off.
Right.
In free agency.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like you said, bad starter is just
Not good.
you were scraping the bottom of the barrel and you're
Yeah.
tanking.
Yeah.
Like that's what's happening is you're tanking.
And it's okay if some of these tiers are empty. We gave ourselves enough tiers to make sure we, had a bucket for everybody. But let's start with the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Cardinals obviously have QB controversy. Brissett holding out, but he'll probably be there to start. But like we said earlier, I don't think that we plan on him starting for the full season. If he doesn't start the full season, do you think Minshew can carry the team for the rest of the year, or do you think they're going to give Carson Beck a shot?
I think it's Carson Beck.
Carson Beck for sure.
Straight up.
Yeah. See
So-
what you got.
I'm not sure that Jacoby Brissett even comes out as the starter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hot fire.
I just think that, Carson Beck could just. It's the same thing. Oh, my gosh. It's like when Bo Nix got drafted, right? Like they had this quarterback, this quarterback competition, but they were like, I just think if Carson Beck is like 80% of Jacoby Brissett, you give him the keys.
Yeah.
You drafted
I agree
him,
with that.
and then it's like, okay, now you're just going to develop him. Like, you got to give him the live rounds. You got to, throw him out there to the Wolves and just see how he comes out of it.
And I just wouldn't put him in that early. I'd probably start him week 5, like we talked about with Shough last year.
Yeah.
Don't throw him to the Wolves too early. You already know you're not going to win a lot of games if you're a Cardinals player or coach.
Yeah.
But maybe Beck is something. He was successful in college, so give him a few weeks to adjust to the NFL and then start him. But I agree. I don't think Minshew should even be mentioned.
Probably not.
Here's the other thing. Does anybody remember that he came in to back up Mahomes last year? And then did he tear his ACL? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's coming off of a torn ACL. He's not even going to be healthy throughout the offseason. So, Beck is the QB too.
True.
In my mind. So
But
let's
he's
rank
got a
both of
mullet.
them.
Let's rank him.
But he's got a mullet and mustache, though.
Who, Minshew? I mean,
Come on.
the
Yeah.
vibes are immaculate. If this
The
was
vibes,
a vibes tier
yeah.
list, generational would be Gardner Minshew and Jameis Winston.
I almost bought
And Russ Wilson.
I almost bought there was a Jacksonville Jaguars T-shirt that they made when he was with them. And it was just like his mustache on the shirt, and it was like Minshew Mania.
so good.
I almost bought it. Like that's how much dude. It was so fun when he was with the Jags.
After seeing what you Broncos fans did with Jarrett Stidham last year when he came in, I couldn't imagine if it was Gardner Minshew.
Dude,
The amount of
Yeah,
hype
yeah.
that would have gotten.
Yeah.
Y'all might have won just based off hype alone.
Dude, we almost won based
You
off of hype.
I know.
Absolutely.
My gosh,
Steady
should
party.
have won that game.
Steady party.
All right, so Brissett, in my mind, I'm putting him in bad starter.
All right, so here, what we got to set the ground rules right. Like it's going to be we're doing a vote.
Right,
And
we're
like
voting.
The two people obviously are going to win. So if we're split on something. But you said not ideal. Is that what you said?
Bad
starter?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
With Carson Beck included in there?
We're doing them separate.
Okay,
So we're
yeah.
doing Brissett, and then we'll do Beck.
Okay. Bad starter.
Wow. Man, I'm way higher on him than you guys are.
Really?
I was going to say solid.
Wow. Yeah.
Again, we're saying like bridge quarterback. Like, I think he could take you through a year until you get your guy. That's what I think. But
I think he's a good bridge quarterback if you want to lose.
yeah,
He doesn't win games.
True.
That's
true.
the difference. There's some bridge quarterbacks like Rodgers, where Rodgers, like, he's going to push the needle for you in the win column in some ways.
Yeah.
Brissett, I just don't think he does, like, at all.
Well, and I think that's a good point too, because it's like bridge quarterback. You're not supposed to. I guess you wouldn't be losing more games,
Right.
But if you're not winning any more, like I feel like a bridge quarterback is just supposed to steady the ship,
Right.
Whereas like a bad starter, you're going to lose more games,
Yeah.
having that guy in than whatever. Oh, so okay, all right. Well, obviously 2v1, we'll throw him into bad starter.
All right, Brissett is now a bad starter. We agree.
Sorry, Jacoby.
For Beck, Caleb, where would you put Beck?
I'm not very high on Beck, so I'm going to stick with not ideal because I think if Arizona has a top 5 pick in this next draft, they're not going to hesitate taking one of these top QBs.
Yeah.
And that'll just be the end of Beck unless for some reason their guy is just horrendous. But Carson Beck, he could be something, and it's fun to think that he might be something because he's a rookie and he's new, but he's an older prospect. He was really carried by his defense the last year in college that made him to the championship. I'm not much of a believer in Carson Beck, but I have heard reports that he had a shoulder injury that was kind of holding him back a little bit in college. So maybe I'm wrong. But right now, I'm leaning towards not ideal.
Tyler Shough had no knees in college, so.
I like the unknown with Carson Beck. Like
Okay.
it's exciting.
Yeah.
Like, and so I also would put him in not ideal, which I don't know. It's interesting. I said I think Carson Beck is gonna. Yeah, I mean, I guess that lines up with what I was saying. Like, I think he would be slightly under Jacoby Brissett. I had him at solid, and we're putting him in not ideal. But if you're 80% of that, yeah. I mean, I guess we can go ahead and move him. But what do you think?
Yeah, I'm in lockstep.
Yeah.
Not ideal. He's a rookie, young quarterback. You want to see what you got in him.
Yeah.
He could be good.
There's upside.
Like, there's
Yeah.
upside, much more than Brissett. We've
Yeah.
seen Brissett, and we've seen how the NFL views Brissett, more importantly, which is as this guy you just throw out there to get demolished by the Colts and the Patriots. They've both done it.
Right.
And now he's with the Cardinals.
I feel bad for him,
So,
man.
I do too.
I hope he gets paid.
I like Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
I
I do
really
too.
don't think he's that bad. I just think now at this point in his career, he is not ideal.
Right.
So, all right, next team we've got, is this the Falcons?
The Falcons.
Falcons. So,
Atlanta.
yeah, this is another double. We got Penix Jr. and Tua Tagovailoa. Trey, who do you want to take first?
Oh, I mean, we'll start with Penix just because he's right there.
Yeah.
I would say not ideal, which is a sharp drop off from where I thought he was going to be heading into this year. Last year when we did our podcast about quarterbacks, I was like, he's going to be a top 10 quarterback heading into the 2026 season.
Oh, wow.
And
I forgot about that.
Yeah, now I think that he's going to be a bottom 10 quarterback. But, I mean, it's a new year. Like, anything can happen. Maybe he gets pushed by Tua a little bit to, really go out there and show out. But, I would stick him in not ideal.
What category can we make for below bad starter?
Dang.
Because that's where Michael Penix is going.
I just
don't
think it's too early. I think it's too early to say he's a bad starter.
People were saying the same thing about Kenny Pickett after his second year. I don't buy it.
Yeah, but look at Caleb Williams. He won like 6 games his first year.
Yeah, but that you can also look at like what the offense was doing and also what the coordinators were doing, and apparently they weren't even watching film with him. Like, he had nothing. Nobody was working with Caleb Williams at all. But you knew the raw talent was there. When I look at Michael Penix, I don't see any decent talent that tells me he's going to be decent at some point. There was nothing. He had Bijan Robinson, Drake London carrying him almost the entire year for me, and I've always been a doubter. I'm a big doubter.
Yeah,
I think it bad
remind
starter.
us, what was your take last year about Penix?
Well, it's kind of a 2-part take, but my take was that he was going to be benched because he's so bad, and that Kirk Cousins was going to come in and lead Atlanta to the playoffs, which second part didn't happen. Kirk was looking pretty rough.
They were close, though.
Yeah,
close.
Yeah. He did beat the Rams, which
Yep.
was me and your favorite for the
There you
Super
go.
Bowl last year. But yeah, I can't get behind Michael Penix at all. I didn't like him in college. I didn't like him when he came out. I think he just tore his ACL again, which isn't working well for him. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to say not ideal. I don't think he's at the level of bad starter. I kind of agree with Trey, but this is a sharp turn from, I think we probably would have put him at, solid to good starter, you know, barring the injury and the just downfall after last year. But yeah, I still think he's got a little bit more in him. I'd rather have him than Brissett, and I'd say that he's a tier above Brissett. So, Tua.
Then we have Tua.
I'll put him in not ideal.
Same, yeah. We'll just go ahead and move him. But if you guys have anything to say about him,
What'd you say, Caleb?
We can stick with that.
Yeah, I mean he's just as bad, but
Tua.
I still think Tua's. You watched some of those games last year, and the O-line for the Dolphins was so bad.
It was bad. Their guards mainly, like the interior line was horrendous.
And his receiving core was terrible. After Tyreek Hill went down, it was Waddle who plays maybe 3/4 of a game.
Yeah.
At least he did last year each game. He was mainly throwing the ball to A-Chain and who was the tight end? Dulcich at the end of the year. But
gosh.
I mean,
we do forget 2-3 years ago he was passing leader in the NFL.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he was lighting it up.
He was destroying it. And that was credit to Mike McDaniels, but
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in a system
Not
where
ideal,
he's going to
makes
have Bijan and Drake London, like you said, and
Right.
Kyle Pitts.
Right.
And I think he can still see the field. I think the O-line for Atlanta is actually very good. So
Talking about this makes me want to move him up to solid, actually.
yeah,
Any takers?
I'm still going to keep him in not ideal.
Imagine having two left-handed quarterbacks on
Brutal.
on your team.
Just terrible vibes.
Yeah.
Just bring the aura of the whole team down, which Atlanta's got so much aura,
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
Tua and Penix come up, and it's all right, bro.
Which, by the way, Falcons fans, go check out the little Falcons logo that we created.
Oh, yeah.
Fanfeednetwork.com. It's so sick.
It's so sick. I almost want to buy one.
Yeah.
I think it's Zachariah Branch, though.
That's what I'm saying. They got good
Dog.
options. So fantasy-wise, he's probably higher, but real-life-wise, I think he's not ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
all
On to
right.
the Ravens.
On to the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, no quarterback controversy here. I would put him superstar.
I think so, too.
Caleb?
Yeah, I'll go superstar.
Yeah.
He's 28, going on 29.
People are going to hate that one.
I mean, I'm sure they are. And bring them on. But bring them on if you dislike this. But, what has Lamar added in the passing game consistently throughout his career? And I'm not going to lie. He's had some very good games passing the ball. But at the end of the day, he has struggled to be a consistent passing quarterback. You
have
see
to
this
be.
in the end of the year last year when they played the Pittsburgh Steelers. He had a horrible game. And, of course, the Steelers have a good defense. But, this is your season on the line.
Yeah.
If they won, they knocked the Steelers out of the playoffs, they win the division. And, no, they couldn't even beat the Aaron Rodgers-led Steelers that everybody loves to hate. So, maybe this will change this year with a new offensive system and new coaching and all this stuff. I still just see him as superstar. I don't think he's taken that next step to be generational.
Right. You don't think of Dan Marino and Joe Namath and you won't put him in those categories. He's very very good. Obviously we can see that. I mean, I think that he deserved the MVP over Josh Allen.
Yeah.
In 2024 and I think he's an incredible player. I would give up Bo Nix to have Lamar Jackson, but I don't know if I actually would do that. I don't know.
I mean, there were
I could
rumors.
tell you were lying when you said that.
Yeah, he's like, I saw it on your face.
Well, I'll say this: there were rumors the Steelers wanted him, that Tomlin wanted to bring him in, and you know what? I would have been totally down.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I still wouldn't rank him generational. But I just have to clarify this: generational is otherworldly,
Right.
We're gonna
these
be
are
talking
Tom
about this guy for
Brady's,
the next 20
Joe
years.
Montana, instant Hall of Famer.
Yep.
And Lamar hits some of that criteria, but not all of it. And I mean, really, what successes he had in the postseason?
Yeah.
that's another big deal.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
I mean,
all,
you think about somebody let's just go to wide receivers for a second. Maybe this is a preview for a future episode,
Yeah.
but Justin Jefferson, meteoric start to his career. He will be in the Hall of Fame. I think he's a generational wide receiver.
yes,
So
I
just
agree.
that kind of level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, on to the Bills.
we got an easy
boy.
one. Josh Allen. This is going to be a
Is
tough
it easy?
one. No,
you
this is
meant
gonna be
the
a tough one.
quarterbacks.
Who wants to take this
This
one
is
first?
tough.
Yeah,
Generational.
generational.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm not
Yeah.
there.
He's generational. Absolutely. He has carried his team better than Lamar Jackson has. And you were just talking about how Lamar can't throw the ball consistently. Josh Allen does, while also adding the rushing effect. And I think the reason he hasn't made Super Bowl yet is because his team has let him down in multiple ways. And he's been
Interesting you
right
say that.
there.
What happened in the playoffs this year?
Oh, that horrible call at the end where
No.
the refs were paid off?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're talking about? Oh, yeah.
When they played you guys?
They had.
Oh, I remember.
They had 5 turnovers on Josh Allen, right? The refs had 5 turnovers on
Do you
Josh
remember that
Allen.
last drive, though? I forgot who he threw it to. His receivers, they had like 3 drops in the same drive. Do you remember? You had to have seen that last drive.
I mean,
it
yeah,
was
I
bad
watched-
drops.
I watched the whole thing,
And then
yeah.
the pick at the end, no matter what side you want to call it, his receiver has the ball, but then it gets
No, he doesn't.
ripped out. He did.
Well,
he had
they-
it when
they
going
were-
down, and then he gets it ripped
They-
out. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean,
Wasn't
yes,
his fault.
but you have to hold on to it as you're going down to the ground.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it's the receiver's fault, not Josh Allen's fault.
I mean, I guess like you can make that argument, but he shouldn't have thrown that ball. Like he was in coverage, like he was perfectly covered. Obviously,
Yeah.
Like you know, you have to run past the like you shouldn't throw that if there's any chance that could happen.
Yeah, well, there's going to be 50-50 balls all the time. But that's what I'm saying is, like, if he had some more solid receivers who can come down with the ball more consistently, you know, you're not second-guessing that. But when your receivers are struggling to get open, you kind of have to make those shots, you know, every game.
I guess.
And just
I
hope
mean-
that your receiver can put together enough to come down with the ball.
I mean,
but,
Bo Nix was out there throwing to backup offensive lineman Frank Crum for a touchdown. Like,
yeah, yeah.
saying Josh
He's a great
Allen needs
scheme.
more weapons.
Right. I think he does.
All right, so I'm the tiebreaker here.
I think so.
Yeah.
I said superstar.
You
Well,
said-
that's where I'm going to put
You
him.
said superstar or
That's where I'm
generational?
gonna, No, I said superstar.
Oh, okay. What did you say, Caleb? Oh, that's right. You said generational.
Yeah, I said generational.
So
What are you leaning towards?
I'm gonna say, this is so hard. You know what? I'm gonna put him in superstar. I can't be unfair to Lamar. What? Did I mess
I
something
can't
up?
believe you. So you'd rather you have Lamar and Josh Allen.
Oh.
It's the same.
Yeah. But,
You don't think one's better than the other?
Well, give me a second, man. Dang,
Pissed.
on.
I'm pissed.
Hey,
Wait.
I'm irritated.
Here's the thing. Okay. Sorry. I just want to say this really quick.
Don't let him talk, Trey. No voice for you.
I think if you switch the quarterbacks from those two teams, they have very similar records.
Yeah.
I think if you put Josh Allen on
Yeah.
the Ravens and you put Lamar Jackson on the Bills, I don't think it changes that much.
Yeah.
This is the argument that that I'm thinking of. Both Lamar and Josh Allen have not really had great offensive weapons around them. Like, these are two teams. Like, it's crazy how few like receivers they've had.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing for Josh Allen is that he had Stephon Diggs in his prime years, and they couldn't beat Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And
Which,
But think about
to Josh Allen's credit, that's not necessarily his fault. Like, they were still dropping like 34 points.
I mean, their
Right.
defense was atrocious.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not putting the whole loss on Josh Allen because he
Yeah.
played lights out.
Yeah.
Especially that game with, 13 seconds that the Chiefs came
Yeah.
back and took it to overtime and then ended
that was
up
the
winning.
Gabe Davis game.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
3 touchdowns.
That's the thing about
Jeez.
Josh Allen that I will say is very impressive is that I'd say he's a better passer than Lamar.
Yeah.
You know, he's not as explosive as a runner, but he gets it done. I just think I would definitely take Josh Allen over Lamar Jackson in a startup. But I still don't see him as, generational.
Yeah.
Because we can whine and cry about the weapons all day long, but look at what Tom Brady did. And I hate
Right.
Tom Brady. Do not like Tom Brady. But look at what he did with guys like freaking Rashay Caldwell. Do you even know who that is?
Yeah.
Well, he was in the AFC Championship game with Tom Brady.
Man.
Like,
he also
Tom
had
Brady-
Gronkowski, Julian Edelman.
I mean, yes, but throughout his career,
Yeah, but
Tom Brady was dominating with like bad receivers. He definitely had years like the Randy Moss year, where he had Randy Moss, Wes Welker, Dante Stallworth.
The thing
Right.
is, but Tom Brady turned Wes Welker and Julian Edelman into those guys. Like, yes, Randy Moss, obviously, like,
Right.
an incredible talent. But it's like nobody knew who those guys were. Like, Wes Welker was in Miami before that. And then it's like nobody knew who Wes Welker was. And then Tom Brady turned him into a household name.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. That's generational. I'm gonna be very hard on guys going into generational.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Josh Allen, superstar. I think we have the 2v1.
Yeah.
So, Caleb, you've been voted off the island.
Eat it.
Sick of this.
All right, so
Speaking of generational, Carolina.
Carolina Panthers. All right, QB controversy. Is it Kenny Pickett or Bryce Young?
It's Bryce. Obviously, it's Bryce.
Okay, that was just a test, just to see if
They
it was.
almost beat the Rams twice last year. Yeah. They almost did. And Bryce Young.
They beat him the one time.
I know. I said they almost beat him twice.
Oh, they almost beat him twice. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Misheard you.
So Bryce Young comes into this season, a lot to prove. Obviously, this is year 4 or 5 for him.
Yeah,
And last year was a good year for him, but this year he has one of the toughest schedules in the NFL. Where are we at on Bryce?
See, I want to say good starter, but I feel like he's solid. I'm teetering. See, I'm right there on the solid, but teetering towards good starter. Like that's where I'm at. But to me, he feels like a bridge quarterback. Like I feel like they are also thinking we can get somebody better. That's what I think Carolina is thinking. But it's like, okay, you're good enough. You can get us to where we want to be. And if you are the weak link, we're just gonna go draft somebody or trade you for somebody or something like that.
Right.
So that's where I stand on it.
Where are you at?
This is what I kind of viewed as solid, I would say, like Trey said.
Yeah.
And it's tough to still tell with Bryce because I know a lot of people are still saying, he's still developing, and we don't really know what the true Bryce Young looks like just yet. But it's where I would say it's like he's good enough to stay on the team and on the field and not really have you maybe guessing if you want to take a QB in the next draft class. And you're definitely not looking to trade for anything right now unless the opportunity presents itself. But yeah, I'd give it a solid because he's going to put up decent numbers from time to time. He's a little inconsistent, but we're going to give him a shot and, see if maybe he can develop and get better and move forward and, see where it goes.
Yeah, I would put him at solid. I wanted to put him at not ideal, but then my brain stopped me and just caused me to. I just started seeing Sam Darnold highlights all in my brain.
Exactly.
And that's the Bryce Young trajectory, right? Like he needs to, not sign his next contract, get picked up for a smaller deal and go back up somebody for like 3 years until we almost forget about him. And then all of a sudden Bryce Young is like coming in due to injury and he's like lighting it up because he's sat in the NFL for a long time. He can diagnose defenses. That's the trajectory. But right now, I don't feel very confident about Bryce Young. Yeah. Honestly, I'm at a point where I'm done with him as a starter for the time being.
Wow.
Like I would not be upset with the Panthers benching him this year.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's spicy.
Yeah. I'm done, man.
But for
I'm done.
what?
We've given
for
him
Kenny
so
Pickett?
much. Because he was the 101. We've given him so much leash. And, he has consistently been bad. If the only times you ever blow up is against the Atlanta Falcons or the Rams, I do not care.
Yeah, but both of those teams' defenses are very good.
No, they're not. No, last year they were so bad.
I guess
Atlanta secondary actually was putting up impressive numbers for the most part of the season.
Against everybody but the Panthers.
You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rams are...
Bryce Young was lighting them up.
Well, but that's to Bryce's credit.
So usually those are weird.
I'm done with Bryce Young.
All right.
How would you have felt if Carolina had traded up and gotten one of the top receivers in this past draft class? Would that have changed you at all?
No, because he already has Tet. He has more than what a lot of guys have. He has more than what Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson have.
He's got Tet and Leggett.
Leggett. Leggett's trash.
Okay.
But, yeah, I mean,
Lost me on that one.
I'm a little done with Bryce, to be honest.
All right, Chicago.
Caleb Williams. Ooh, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, he's got competition with Case Keenum over there.
Yeah, yeah. Tyson Bagent. Ben Johnson loves him. So, I'll start.
Yeah.
I'm going to put him a good starter.
Same. Yep.
I'm not ready to put him in superstar yet.
Nope.
I still think, last year, that Bears offense could have produced so much more and was really held back by Caleb's inconsistencies. So, while, I know everybody's ready to rush out to, he's the 101, he's the best quarterback, I'm not ready to crown him yet as a superstar. Put him at good starter. He's got to earn it.
I mean, you just put him in the slot, didn't even ask me what I was going to say first?
No, because we agreed.
Yeah.
I could have really agreed, and we could have all put him in the slot together.
Sorry. Let me take him out.
We could have clicked the mouse together.
Yeah.
Drop
we
him.
all hand on the mouse.
Oh, now he's a bad starter, Trey?
Yeah, oops.
Okay. What? No, I'm just...
And now he's in Buffalo.
Yeah. Caleb Williams looks really good. He could be considered superstar halfway through the 2026 season, depending on what he, does in the offseason this year. But yeah, I won't go into it. But good starter seems reasonable to me.
Good starter with optimism.
I actually don't think that he's very close to superstar yet.
Yeah,
I don't because I mean, you think about Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. I don't think he's at their level. Like, I really don't. I just think that there's some growth that needs to happen before he gets there. And but I do love his game. Like, I think he's very, very, very good.
Yeah.
And I think he's only going to get better. But until we see that jump, like, I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
Fair.
We'll see.
All right, moving forward.
Yep.
Bengals, Mr. Joe Burrow himself. Caleb, you were pretty high on Joe Burrow last week when we drafted against
I don't want to go
ChatGPT.
first.
No, I want to hear this.
Okay, I want to go first. Generational.
Wow.
Wow.
Explain yourself.
I mean, look at what he's done. Look at the numbers he puts up every year. The biggest thing that holds him back is his defense and his injuries.
And his coach.
And his coach.
Don't forget the
but
coach.
no, not even the coach, because he still took his team to the Super Bowl with the worst O-line, the worst defense. Yeah,
but
everybody
that's
wants
a
to...
constant drag on him. I mean, that guy's just corny, too. So every time he gets out of the locker room at halftime, and just Zach Taylor, hey, man, you can do this.
I know. Can you imagine
I'd
if
be
you had that?
irritated.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's been through a lot of adversity. And when I first saw him in college, you could argue that he's probably not generational yet.
Yeah.
Because he, and the inconsistent seasons that his team has had. But again, due to injuries and whatnot. And I know you guys are probably not going to be as giving with the generational tag. But in my mind, and what he's done and what he's accomplished and what he's going to accomplish still, I'm fine with giving it generational.
Wow.
Go ahead.
All right,
I'll let you
Joe
go.
Burrow, I've got him as a superstar. It's the inverse argument from Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, where those guys don't have the weapons. Joe Burrow has no excuses. He's got plenty of weapons. I will agree, his defense is terrible. The O-line has gotten better, but has still been pretty poor. But, even in college, he had Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase on the same team. And so he's always been surrounded by great talent. And still, what do we have? We have one Super Bowl appearance and a bunch of missed playoffs. Part of that obviously is due to injuries, due to the team as a whole. But even when we're talking about generational, like Tom Brady with Randy Moss and Wes Welker, like it was just Randy Moss that he had when he threw for 50. How many touchdowns? Was it 50?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he threw for 50 touchdowns. They had a perfect season up until the Super Bowl. But that was only Randy Moss.
Right.
I mean, Jamar Chase is like in the same realm as Randy Moss.
I would
He's
agree.
not that far off. And then your second receiver is T. frickin' Higgins. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
So, for that reason, I just still have him as superstar.
I just think the QB still matters a lot. Look at when he got hurt, Jamar Chase. And what's the knucklehead's name that came in when he got hurt this past year before they got Joe Flacco? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Horrible.
Jake Browning.
Jake Browning.
Oh,
Jamar
yeah.
Chase. No numbers. Look at J-Jeff with the QBs he had
All
this
right,
past year.
Hold on. Joe Flacco came in.
Yeah.
Tell me about numbers.
Exactly.
Jamar Chase
Joe
balled
Flacco
out.
was
T.
slinging
Higgins
that
balled
thing.
out.
Joe Flacco's been to multiple Super Bowls. He might be generational.
Can we just put Joe
Damn.
Flacco at generational?
Hey, he's on here somewhere.
Just kidding. Trey, did you have anything to say on Burrow?
Okay. Is Drew Brees generational?
Yes.
Yes.
I will say I am teetering on generational.
Okay.
Finally.
Because Joe Burrow has severely outperformed Drew Brees in the same amount of games. I think it's been like 77 regular season games.
Right.
He's outperformed Drew Brees.
What are
now-
you basing that off of for Breeze?
Yeah, his
Like
first 77 games. So
Yeah.
that's what I was going to say is like that's a big part of it, though, is that Drew Brees got better later and became generational. And I think that's where Joe Burrow is going to be. So, but not yet. I mean,
Yeah. That's my-
I'm close. Like, I'm close
Yeah.
to putting him there.
I am too.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you. And I think the way I'm looking at this is I'm ranking them where they're at now.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys, like Lamar, Josh Allen, Burrow, like all of these guys could move to that next tier, but they haven't shown it yet. Just like Breeze for his first, 7 seasons.
Yeah.
He was a cast off from the Chargers.
Yeah.
He goes over to New Orleans. And it wasn't really until the later years of his career that he was really like regarded as generational. So
clarifying question.
Yep.
You're talking about like now, like how the quarterbacks stack up now,
This
like
is how I'm doing
today.
them today.
So not based on like, what they've done in the past necessarily.
Well, yeah, basing it off of what they've done. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's how I come up with the ranking for today.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think Joe Burrow's done
And you
anything
still
to prove
put
to me that he's
Brissett?
generational.
And bad start.
Yeah.
There can only be a few in the generational. We can't just hand that tag out willy-nilly. You know what I mean? That's just my take.
I guess so.
All right,
I just
all right.
Browns, Deshaun Watson, generational.
Oh,
I'm
for
just kidding. I'm
for
kidding.
negative reasons.
generational and
Generational knucklehead.
We should just put him up there. Should just put him up there for the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Just to see what people say.
That's insane.
It's Deshaun generational.
Dude, talk about getting canceled.
Yeah.
Cancel our call tomorrow.
Yeah. All right, so we got Deshaun Watson.
Well, it could be Shador too. So
It could be Dylan Gabriel too.
Yeah.
We'll do Shadur and Deshaun since they
Who's
were
this
probably
green
the-
guy? Is that Sean Green?
That's Talon Green, new rookie.
He's
He's actually really exciting.
You guys remember Sean Green?
I do remember Sean Green.
yeah.
Fantasy stud.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
sir.
New York Jets.
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
yeah.
God, I love Sean
He
Green.
was so good, dude.
He wore them big, thick elbow pads.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Bring back the thick elbow pads for running backs.
And I
miss
loved
the
how he
elbow
spelled
pads.
his name Shonn.
And-
It was so
Dude,
cool.
And
dude.
Green with an E on the end. Come on, bro.
Dude, I'm gonna go get a Sean.
Never
Green
let him
jersey.
know your next move.
Yeah.
That was dirty.
All right. I think it's very easy. We'll put Gabriel bad starter if he was on this list.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about him. Let's talk about Shador.
I'd put him in not ideal.
Not ideal.
Honestly, I'd put him and Deshaun in not ideal.
Yeah. Well, Deshaun, I'm putting bad.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I probably put
Oh, I
Deshaun
would say-
bad,
yeah,
and I'm
honestly.
putting Shadur and not ideal.
Think about what Deshaun's done ever since he became a Cleveland Brown. It's always been bad. It's never been anything really good. There's never been promise. And now he's coming off an Achilles injury where he tore his Achilles and then retore it.
Yeah.
Color
It's
me
looking
shocked.
But that playoff run with Houston back in the day,
Oh man, dude, Deshaun in his prime, disgusting.
that's one of my favorite playoff runs I ever watched in my young life.
It was so fun.
Disgusting. Remember the play where he gets kicked in the eye mid-play?
Yeah.
And makes the sidearm throw to Brevin Jordan.
Dude.
Generational.
I mean, he was on track. He would have been in that superstar tier, and he had more
I agree.
passing ability, I think, than like Lamar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Insane,
just crazy how bad people can drop.
Yeah, one of my
Like-
best friends, he has always hated Deshaun, like from college and everything. And
Right.
and when he came into the NFL, I was like, dude, I don't know how you can say that. He's so good.
He's so
like
good.
he was so good with Houston, and I was just like, this guy is the next superstar. Like he's the next guy. That, anyways,
Your friend sounds
Yeah.
like a good judge of character.
yeah,
Sad.
he is.
He could tell it from a mile away.
Best man at my wedding.
Hey, let's go. Shout out best mans.
Yeah.
All right,
Mans.
let's move to Dak Prescott with the Cowboys.
Oh, this is a good one.
Let me go first because I got to plead my case.
Go ahead.
He is easily a superstar. Easily.
No. No.
Easily a superstar.
Superstar. Okay, go ahead. Plead your case.
All right. Dak has not been anything lower than, I think, like quarterback 6 in any of the years he's played a full season. He is actually a very, very good quarterback. And he is a fantasy stud. I know you guys know this because you play fantasy football. When he's been healthy, he's been like the best quarterback in the NFL. Or one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. He's good. He's a superstar. He turned that franchise around.
Wow.
I mean, he came in and, he knocked Tony Romo out of a job.
I'm appalled.
Yeah.
You ain't
He's like, I'm appalled, and I agree with you.
Okay.
know.
Bad starter.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I've never really cared for Dak. I think his numbers are inflated. He's always had decent supporting casts around him. He's usually had a solid defense until the past couple years. But he's just too inconsistent. He's never really done anything in playoffs, and he throws a lot of interceptions in his past seasons. And it's just not enough to justify to put him in a superstar category with Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson, who have done everything it takes to carry their team and get them to where they need to be. I'm not there with Dak. He's very solid though. He's a great passer, and he can get the job done, but apparently not in playoffs. So
In 2025, the Dallas Cowboys had the number 1 offense up until week 6.
because of George Pickens,
And
baby.
then, George Pickens just throwing and catching the ball. Yeah. And then he got hurt. He got hurt in like whatever week 7 or 8 or whatever it was. Like he got hurt, and obviously their season tanked after that. But he was on the team that had the number one offense in the NFL.
Yeah.
And I don't think you're putting that on Javonte Williams.
Yeah.
Javonte was playing solid, though.
He was. I mean, that's what happens when you have a good quarterback.
I'll break the tie. I'm going to put him a good starter.
Yes. Finally, I get
You
one.
did. You fought valiant.
Cowboys fans, guys, let us know that they don't know ball. I know
Seamus,
ball.
if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
You fought valiantly, but you died by my sword.
Guys,
Yeah,
Dak
Dak.
stuck in your ways.
Here's the problem. Dak is, 31, 32? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
So we've seen just about all we can see for his peak. And his peak has not produced much of anything. And while I agree statistically his numbers look really good, I have to agree with Caleb on the real life aspect that he throws a ton of interceptions. And I think if you talk to Cowboys fans, they would probably tell you a similar story that his interceptions have cost them a lot of games and playoff spots. And his interceptions really come during the regular season. It reminds me of some of the Big Ben seasons.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, Big Ben was like that, where man, we'd be playing a really close game, have to win it, and Ben's throwing 3 picks.
I mean,
And
Brett Favre.
Yeah, Brett Favre. There's a lot of quarterbacks like that, but Dak hasn't broken through. The difference is Ben and Favre, Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers. Well, maybe not Phillip. But a lot of these guys broke through and found success despite those issues.
What is success, though?
I mean, winning in the postseason, making Super Bowls, winning Super Bowls.
I mean, 2 of those superstar quarterbacks you have up there, they have not made a Super Bowl.
But I would argue that their seasons statistically are incredibly better than Dak Prescott. And the touchdown to interception ratio is way better. So
Maybe
they're not turning the ball over as much. I mean, obviously,
Dallas fans, where you at? Come on.
The Josh Allen versus the Broncos is a bad game to bring up because that 5 turnovers.
That was the last game he played in.
That was the last game he played in.
5 turnovers.
Right, but
it was all Josh's fault. They could have dropped 60 points if he had 0 turnovers.
All right, hold on. So this next one, Trey, I'll let you go last.
Okay.
Because this is your boy, and I already know where you're going to try to put him.
Yeah, generational, baby.
Bo Nix, Caleb. Where are you putting Bo Nix?
Generational. Oh, no, playing.
I got outvoted.
I will go with good starter. I like good starter. Bo Nix is solid. He's improving from year to year, and I mean, not too much to say about him. I hope he continues to get better and develop, and I think he could develop into superstar for sure. But right now, just superstar. All right, sorry, good starter.
Yeah, I was about to
That's
say
right,
you just
superstar.
changed.
Hey, we agreed. Superstar. Dang it. Yeah, he said it. Verbal contract.
Yeah, he to me is in between solid and good starter. I'll put him in good starter, but I think the distance between him and Prescott and probably even Caleb is larger than I would like in this tier. And I think Caleb's shown us how good he can be, and that's why I like him more than Bo Nix. I am sure statistically Bo Nix is better than Caleb.
He is. Statistically, go look it up.
Statistically better. And this is a good season. Here's the other thing. Bo Nix has only played 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And to me, this is why I put him in that tier, because I don't feel like what he did last year was necessarily the thing that helped that team win games. I think they had the best defense in the NFL.
He was very
number
inconsistent
one.
last year.
And I think the
I
offense
disagree. Seattle had
was,
the best defense in the NFL.
Well, I don't know. Broncos defense was and Texans
defense was the
Texans
best.
defense was the best.
Yeah,
Let me put
Texans
that.
defense was
Top
the best.
5
Broncos,
defense.
they were
in
top
the
5.
league.
Yeah, sure.
Easily
There we
top
go.
5 with a top 5 offensive line. The big problem for him last year, he didn't have very many weapons.
Yeah.
Cortland Sutton, is injured here and there throughout the year.
Never been that
they're trying to figure out if Troy Franklin's anything. Marvin Mims can't find his way onto the field. The running game was struggling when Dobbins wasn't out there. So, Bo Nix did really well. And so I think I'm putting him in good starter. He's probably not as far off from those other 2 guys. But, yeah, that's where I got him.
Okay. I'm also
Take it away,
I'm going
Penny.
to put him in good starter. I am. I got to be realistic about this. And here's the thing.
Sorry.
Here's the thing is that the people that you're going to compare him to are Caleb Williams, right?
Yeah.
He's in that draft class.
Yeah.
And again, statistically, he's better than Caleb Williams in the first 2 seasons. So I would have to put him in the same conversation as Caleb Williams. I'm not going to put him below Caleb Williams when he's been better in the same amount of time. despite defenses. Defense doesn't play offense, right? Like, I'm not even talking about wins. I'm just talking about, like, pure passing stats. He's better. Here's the thing, though. Bo Nix just went head-to-head with Josh Allen, right? And he outperformed Josh Allen. He has outperformed Patrick Mahomes the last 2 times they played each other. He's a good starter, but I, like you, Caleb, I think that he could turn into a superstar. Yeah. Give him some more time, put him up. We have a gauntlet this year, especially the first 6 weeks of the season. Oh my gosh, it's going to be
tough.
It's going to really show us who he is, and I'm excited to see that. And I'm sure I'll be frustrated in some games.
All right,
but
I'm going to share something quick.
Okay,
Caleb Williams versus Bo Nix. Here's the thing. You got to throw out Caleb Williams' first year.
No,
I know it sounds like I'm making excuses.
You can't do that.
But Bo Nix comes into a situation with Sean Payton where Caleb Williams comes into a situation with Matt Eberflus. It is so different.
It was
so
bad.
different. That offense, you can hear there's stories all over the internet of how bad that offense
worse in the
was.
league. The receiving core was one of the worst in the league. The defense one of the worst in the league. It was bad. It was a bad system.
So let's just look at last year's.
Hang on. Before you get to that, why did Russell Wilson not have success with Sean Payton?
Because Russell Wilson's 30-something years old and corny.
That doesn't mean that doesn't,
so bad.
That corny
past
has
his
nothing
prime.
to do with it.
He was
You're
washed.
saying your argument is that Bo Nix came into a Sean Payton offense. So did Russell Wilson.
All right, hold on. Let's look at JSN's rookie season. JSN played for Matt Eberflus in year 1.
Sure.
JSN was horrible. He had an average depth of target of 3 yards. Basically, they're throwing him screens every game. He only caught maybe 40 balls that season and for 400 or 500 yards.
Yeah.
And now he's one of the best receivers in the league because he got freed up from Eberflus. I could probably go down the list. I'm just not prepared to have that full argument. Let me just share these stats real quick. Just the comparison head-to-head from last year. So 17 games for both of them. Caleb Williams threw for 3,942 yards. Bo Nix, 3,931 yards. Okay. It's the same thing.
Yep.
They're the exact same.
Yeah.
Passing touchdowns, Caleb Williams, 27. Passing touchdowns, Bo Nix, 25.
Okay.
Same thing. Pretty much the same thing. Interceptions, Caleb Williams, only 7. Bo Nix, 11. So,
you got to throw in total touchdowns too. I'm curious to see how many Caleb had, how many Bo had.
I don't know if I
For
got
rushing, too.
All right,
Yeah,
hold
rushing
on. I'll ask
I wish Bo Nix
ChatGPT.
would
Let me
run
get through
more,
these.
man.
Completion percentage. This is where Bo Nix did better. Sean Payton offense too. 63.4% completion percentage for Bo. 58.1% for Caleb. And this is why Caleb's good starter, like we've all agreed. Passer rating, Caleb Williams 90.1, Bo Nix 87.8. And then let me ask total touchdowns.
But this is proving my point, is that you're comparing him to Caleb Williams. So, you're saying, okay, this is the standard, and we're going to compare him to somebody who we think is very similar to him, which is why he's in the good starter category.
Yeah, and that's why I'm agreeing. I said that there was a bigger gap, but I think I went back on that. That I don't think that there's as big of a gap.
If I can differentiate, though, I think Caleb Williams' ceiling is a lot higher than Bo Nix.
Right, and that's mainly
That's
because
why I
we
was
see
saying
him
the
throwing the ball
differences.
like Mahomes.
But that's based off of what? What you think a ceiling is does not matter. What matters is what they do in the game.
Yeah, that's opinion.
And
Caleb Williams is
projecting.
3 years younger than Bo Nix. So,
but what does that also matter? Because we're also comparing Dak
his prime
Prescott,
would be
who's
at 25
to Caleb Williams, who's 23.
But Caleb Williams' prime will be around, and give him 2 more years, 3 more years, and he'll start entering the prime. Bo Nix's prime will be late.
But I don't think the age of the person dictates when their prime is necessarily, because it's how many years have you had in the NFL?
Right, and I agree. That's what I'm saying. How many years have you had in the NFL? They'll both have the same amount of years, but Caleb is significantly younger than Bo Nix coming into the NFL. But let me just I'll give you the total touchdowns because you asked for it.
Yep.
Caleb Williams 32, Bo Nix 29.
Okay.
So
but it's a toss-up. That's the thing. Is yeah.
So obviously, I have to come on here and rag on Trey with
of
Bo
course.
Nix to get him all.
This guy.
I'm poking all his buttons.
What I will say, though, to your point, is that I think now the Bears' offense is a lot more friendlier. I think the weapons are probably better over in Chicago right now. You guys did just get Jalen Waddle, but I don't know.
He didn't have
maybe that's
Jalen
arguable.
Waddle.
Exactly. So maybe that's arguable. The run game was probably a lot better as well because Ben Johnson just has a great run game, and I think that takes pressure off the QB.
Yeah.
So to your credit, I will say that one as well. That plays a big difference.
It's so close, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
close between these two.
All right,
It's
hold
just
on.
there's a stat that actually rookies who come into the league older though
Yeah.
don't develop as well as guys who claim early. So like guys who come in at 21 compared to a guy who comes in at 25. So statistically, you can look it up to fact check me, but it's like,
Yeah.
and that's I think maybe what Cam is saying is like maybe Bo Nix is more entering into his prime now, so he doesn't have as much time to get maybe just acclimated to the NFL. Because he's already in his prime physically, compared to Caleb Williams, who gets a couple more years before he fits that like physical prime, I guess you could say.
It's going to
So
be
that's kind
like
of the
a
ceiling
fun
call.
conversation, like for the next few years, just
Yeah,
to see like
absolutely.
how they do.
Yeah.
and I'm not just talking about these guys, but that whole draft class, like that's going to be
I
really
know,
fun
we
to
still
watch.
have to get to another guy I'm excited to talk about who's in this draft class as well.
Yeah,
So
right.
we'll see where we stand on
we do
him.
need to wrap this one up.
Yeah. I'm gonna segue
Okay.
to the next one.
Okay.
But this is a mystery quarterback. Okay.
Okay.
Because I don't want you to be biased. All right.
Sure.
So this quarterback, I'm gonna give you his stats: 3,897 yards
For this past
So,
season.
For past season.
Yeah.
28 passing touchdowns, so more than both Caleb Williams and Bo Nix.
Yeah.
1 rushing touchdown, 10 interceptions, 64.2% completion percentage, higher than both.
Yeah.
And a 92.4 passer rating. Who am I? Who is this quarterback?
Justin Herbert.
Well, actually,
Is that-
before you guess, where would you put this quarterback statistically?
Without good starter.
Good starter.
Yeah,
this is about to be Sam Darnold, isn't it?
I can't tell you who it is.
I'm going to be so upset.
I can't-
is it Jordan Love?
No, I can't confirm or deny yet. I just
Okay.
want to hear.
Gosh, I'm
Caleb,
gonna be
where
real
would you put
upset.
him in the tier list?
Just based off of those numbers,
Yeah.
good starter.
Good starter.
Yeah.
So this is why we have to know the context outside of stats, and why we aren't like a full-on stats show here.
Yes,
This is
we
gonna
are.
piss me off.
Yeah.
I already know this is going to ruin my whole night.
This is Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, yeah, I would put him as a good starter.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Really? I don't know if I would. That's
Okay.
that's why I'm shocked.
Well,
I
okay, so
literally-
this is because I'm unbiased. Like I'm unbiased to this quarterback.
Yeah.
Like I like looking at him, I would say, yeah, he's a good starter.
Yeah.
like he's fine.
yeah. I went when
Maybe I would
looked
put him
it
in
up,
solid. I don't
I
know.
was laughing because I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna just rage bait Trey so hard with this one."
Yeah.
and then I just shocked myself. I was like, "Dang, I didn't think he was gonna be." I
He
thought he was only gonna be a
rage-baited
little
himself.
bit less. I rage baited myself. I'm like,
It didn't work.
all right, so you put him at good starter.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think so.
Yeah, I
Caleb,
put
where
him
would
in
you
like
put him?
solid.
Because again,
pushing not ideal.
listen. Because the very beginning we said solid is a bridge quarterback, a bridge guy.
Yeah.
The only reason you would think of Aaron Rodgers as a bridge quarterback is because he's old.
Yeah.
Not because like he can't play and
Yeah.
he doesn't know how to read a defense.
Right.
So I mean, I would put him in good starter, regardless of those stats that you
Yeah.
just showed me.
Yeah.
And honestly, I kind of expected him to be a little bit higher
Wow.
in those stats than what you just said.
I mean, it's crazy just because I'm into fantasy football so hard that like when you hear people talk about Rodgers, they are so low on him.
Yeah.
So low. Like you would think that he like was like Kenny Pickett levels of bad.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I think
shoot.
I'm just more realistic than a lot of football fans.
Sure.
When it comes to this kind of
Sure.
stuff. Because you have to be. Like, I've lived on, like, all the hope and the dreams.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then you get so crushed. But it's like, if you're a realist
You're
about
right.
it, you know, then football's so much fun
That's
to
why I
watch.
think with these rankings, we kind of do have to factor in age a little bit because we know that Rodgers is maxed out. It's very unlikely he's going for 5,000 yards and 40 touchdowns
Yeah.
this next season, right? So, yes, he is a decent starter to have right now, but we know that his upside is limited, if not, lower. His ceiling's a lot lower than a lot of guys.
Right.
Compared to, like, you could say, yeah, maybe he's a little more accurate than Caleb Williams or Bo Nix right now, but right now for this year, I'd rather have Bo Nix than Rodgers because he
Oh.
brings that upside to my team that's not there with Rodgers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why I feel like the age thing and the development thing does kind of play a key part
I mean,
in
you-
just projecting this season.
You're right. It's kind of like what we said about Carson Beck. It's like it can have a little bit of the excitement factor because you
Exactly.
don't know, and it's like
Right.
these younger. And you're right. Like we have seen what Aaron Rodgers is in his 40s, and Bo Nix and Caleb Williams. They're still growing every
Yeah.
year. They grow and get better and better, and so we'll see.
All right, we got to start flying.
Yeah,
through
let's
these.
go,
Gotta
let's
be
go.
here
Heard
all
enough.
night.
Generational Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. All
Okay,
right, Detroit.
We're going to start rolling. Jared Goff, good starter.
Good starter.
Good starter.
Good starter. I don't think there needs to be any more said. He
That
can't get
man
over
moves
hump.
like a tree. Good lord,
He
but a
is
good
a
starter.
statue, dude.
Gosh, it
all right.
hurts.
He's good. Yeah, I don't think we need to say much about it. I mean, you could probably look up stats. It's probably very similar to a lot of these guys.
I think this is where Jared Goff is on every tier list ever. Good.
Yeah.
I know.
All
Here we
right.
go.
Jordan Love.
Wait, real quick on Jared Goff. I will say when he was with the Rams, that Rams team was so sick.
Yeah.
Like I thought that they were going to win multiple Super Bowls with Sean McVay and Jared Goff. I really did.
It's crazy that McVay didn't like him like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Preferred Stafford.
That is
hard.
funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jared Goff. If this was an attractiveness quarterback tier list, then probably top, generational. Would you say?
Generational.
He looks like Ryan Gosling. Come on, bro.
He does look like Ryan Gosling.
All right, moving on. Jordan Love. I'll put him a good starter.
Good starter.
Yeah, I almost put him in solid.
I'm putting my bias aside.
Yeah.
Good starter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jordan
Whoa.
Love's biggest problem is that he just is always injured,
And he's a bit of a system QB. I think if you put him on a different team,
Sure.
we'd be looking at a very different player.
I think that's very true. But yeah,
I think
good
a
starter.
lot of people are system QBs though. Tom Brady was a system quarterback.
Yes, he
I mean,
is.
much
honestly,
so.
you need to make them system quarterbacks in order for them to succeed.
That's why I don't think Tom Brady's the GOAT, but we can have that argument another day.
All right, CJ
Yeah.
Stroud is next.
This
with
one
the,
breaks my
Texans.
heart.
This is a tough one.
This one breaks my heart.
I'm going to say solid. I think CJ Stroud
solid,
is
okay.
solid. I close to good start. No, I'm going to say solid. I would not want him on my team right now. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Is like I look at all these other guys in the good starter category: Williams, Prescott, Nix, Rodgers, Goff, Love. I would rather have all of them than C.J. Stroud, which is crazy because 2 years ago I was like, "Oh yeah, C.J. Stroud is the GOAT."
Yeah, I think I got to put him at solid because that tier between solid and not ideal. I wanted to say not ideal. But
Wow.
we see Carson Beck and Penix and Tua, and he's just obviously a tier above them.
Yeah.
But I don't know for how much longer. Like, this could totally change after this season.
Yeah.
If he's just atrocious.
I mean, he also had like 5 turnovers in that.
Against the Steelers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You guys
many
aren't
turnovers.
putting him in superstar with Josh Allen though.
No. No.
I want to put him good starter because I think talent-wise he is. I really do think.
Good
I
thing
think
you're
in
outvoted.
I think in a good system, he's there. It's just tough because his OC is horrendous.
Yeah.
They are like bottom in the league for play action plays.
Yeah.
Which I know seems like a very insignificant stat, but it's not. That's what gets the defense to jump, and they don't even have a decent run game. But D'Amico Ryans is such a good defensive head coach, and that's kind of the thing you see with these defensive head coaches is the defense is stacked, but they can't really build a good supporting cast and a good system for their QB. So I think if he had a decent shot, he would be doing the same numbers as the guys we have in good starter. And he did his rookie season, actually. And then it kind of went downwards because of the O-line and the OC, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But we can move on.
I just watched that full Steelers game, in the playoffs, and I saw the unraveling of a man on live television, and like that image will not get out of my brain.
You just see his
he's solid.
Yeah.
He's not anywhere better than
Yeah.
that.
You just watch his confidence just like melt.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
It was kind of hard to
Stinks
watch.
too, man. I love Stroud.
Yeah.
He loves the Lord.
Yeah.
I love it. Big fan of the guy.
All right, Daniel Jones, Colts. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Not
starter.
ideal.
Whoa, we're all split. Okay, I don't even know what to do
We got to
here.
split the difference.
Okay,
Who said good starter?
I did. I sure did. Okay,
I'll catch y'all.
Daniel Jones had a top 3 offense this year. Do you know his stats in his games? Like
Very good.
he was
good this last year.
He was really good this
He
last
lighted
year.
up.
And if we're talking about right now, assuming health, right? Like we're assuming health for all these guys.
Well, we can't really take out the fact that he had an Achilles tear.
Why?
Well,
Because we're projecting this next season.
I'm thinking about where he's at right now and where he's going next year, and he had one good season.
Yeah.
And he tore his Achilles. Not even.
He's on his
after the
second
season.
team.
Sam Darnold had. Well, I guess he had.
And
2
also,
good
he
seasons.
wasn't even the best player on his offense.
I would put Sam Darnold at solid.
He wasn't even the best player on his offense either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Like, but when you have like a top 3 running back, like it's hard to be a top 3 quarterback. you know?
Yeah.
All right, here's why. It's because I know stats aren't everything, but let me just look it up really quick. Hold on.
I'll filibuster.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones is ugly. He's egg-headed. He was terrible with the Giants.
Boy
and,
can run, though.
He's got
kind of,
wheels.
but he just looks so good. He
looks
looks like
like a
Woody when
gazelle.
he runs. Looks like his legs are flopping all over the place. I'm waiting for Buzz or Slinky
Woody!
to come out the corner and be like, "Are you okay, Woody?"
All right, here we go. Played in 13 games, 68% completion percentage. Sorry, 3,101 yards. So
Okay.
over 3,000.
And what week did he get injured again? Was it like week 13, 14?
I thought he was.
Because
Yeah.
basically he would have been on pace for 4,000.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly. He had 19 touchdowns in those first 13 games.
13.
Okay.
Okay.
Decent. 8 interceptions. Which
Too high.
yeah, which is a little, but is it like that's not bad. And then I need to find the total touchdowns, but I don't know. I would put him. I think you could put him in the conversation with Jared Goff and Jordan Love.
Wow. Yeah. I can't do it. I'm
Can't
sorry.
either.
I'm
I
sorry.
got him with like Tua and Michael Penix. Just
Dang.
he's had
All
one
right,
good
so-
season.
And you said solid,
Yeah, solid.
so I guess we have to split the difference
Have to
and
split
put
the
him in
difference.
solid.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
So,
But yeah, go ahead.
I think he's same level as Stroud and Young. He just doesn't have the ceiling that they have. At
and
least
that's
in
why
my
he's in
mind.
not ideal.
Like Young, I mean, I can't put him in not ideal because his season was way better than these other guys, and it led to wins for the team. And had
Yeah.
he played the full season, the AFC playoff picture might have looked a lot different.
I mean, they were
especially with
8-0.
the Patriots going to the Super Bowl.
They were 8-0.
Yeah,
The Colts were.
They just ran really bad. So this could be a whole different conversation. Could you imagine if the Colts made the Super Bowl and it was Sam Darnold versus Daniel
Oh
Jones?
my gosh! The most boring Super Bowl.
I mean, yeah.
most boring looking Super Bowl.
Yeah, almost as
watch.
bad as 13-3 Patriots versus Rams. Terrible Super Bowl.
All right, next.
Trevor Lawrence,
Trevor Lawrence.
Ooh,
solid.
good starter.
I
Are you
I
serious?
would have
You
said
knucklehead.
solid before this year. This year he earned some kudos from me. I'm gonna put him in good starter.
Good starter.
Man, that's crazy.
People don't like
Yeah.
his play style or how he does it, but it gets done.
I mean, you talk about like
He barely lost to Josh Allen.
you guys
in
are
the Bills
talking about
playoffs.
Bo Nix didn't lose to Josh Allen.
Yeah, we know, T.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep throwing that in
Aaron
there.
Rodgers lost to Josh Allen multiple times.
And that's a lie. Bo Nix lost to
Okay.
Josh Allen in the 2025 playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm shocked you're not on Trevor.
No, dude. No.
I mean,
crazy.
I'm not a Trevor fan. I just want you to know that.
Right.
I think he's fine. Like normally I would say solid, but he just got nudged into the good starter conversation for me because of this last year.
All right, Chat GPT might be high because they said Trevor Lawrence had no rushing touchdowns last year.
Yeah, that's a lie.
That's a
Because
lie.
I can see the one where he beat the Chiefs.
Yeah, right.
Yes. He had multiple rushing touchdowns last
Let's
year.
just move on. We don't have to talk about it. All right, Patrick Mahomes.
You boys better not do it.
This is
if
why
you disagree with me on this one,
This is why my question.
He's generational.
generation.
Yeah, I was going to say the same.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But this is why my question is because I don't think we're getting the same Patrick Mahomes now that we had the first 4 years of his career.
Sure.
Like I think it's a completely different player. And
I think
would
it's a
say,
chance we could see it
I would
now.
say this Patrick Mahomes, this version of Patrick Mahomes is like good starter.
Right.
But
I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
still
so.
think he's superstar.
before he got hurt, he
If-
was like
if
top
he-
of the league.
okay,
in most of his stats.
All right.
You want to go stats?
All right, let me show you. Just in the good starter tier, Bo Nix beat him last year. Trevor Lawrence beat him last year. I don't think he played any of the other teams in there.
I just think it's hard to compare him based on that because of the atrocity that has been the Chiefs the last 2 years.
Right.
I mean,
but something that we talked about midseason was the last two times Bo Nix and Patrick Mahomes they've only played each other twice.
Right.
And they went 1-1 in both of those.
Right.
But Bo Nix was statistically better against the Chiefs defense, who both defenses they were either 4 and 5 at the time that they played each other.
Right.
So one time Patrick Mahomes played the number 4 ranked Broncos defense, and then
Right.
the other time they played the number 5 ranked defense.
Right.
And vice versa. Bo did the same thing.
Yeah.
And Bo had the better numbers.
Right.
And so I'm sitting there comparing him to them. I think that anyways, I'm thinking Patrick Mahomes right now, like the right now Patrick Mahomes,
Yeah.
not the 7 years of experience Patrick Mahomes. Like that's where I would put him. But obviously as a player, Patrick Mahomes is going to go into the Hall of Fame. He is generational. We talked about that meteoric rise of Justin Jefferson. That's exactly what happened to Patrick Mahomes. So
Yeah.
I 100% agree with you.
Yeah, I think he did it with Tyreek, and they were so good together when he had a good receiver.
Yeah.
And then you take away the receivers, and he did it with Kadarius Toney and
Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce, the corpse of Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
And
Mecole Hardman,
he
Byron
didn't-
Hardman.
Pringle.
He didn't do it with
Byron
Kadarius Toney.
McPringle.
Remember Byron?
I remember Byron Pringle. Remember Justin Watson?
Love Justin Watson.
And there was one other guy, Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
And VS.
So he won a Super Bowl with those guys against a pretty good Eagles team and 49ers team, right?
Yeah.
Didn't they beat the Eagles once in the Super Bowl? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that was a ref call.
Yeah. We won't talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
This is based off
I want to
quarterback.
talk about refs being paid off. There you
So
go.
I think that obviously the team has taken a big step back the last 2 years. There's been a lot of injuries.
Some OC changes.
Rashee Rice has been his best receiver, and how many games has he played in the last 2 years? A handful.
I mean, that's his fault.
Yeah, I agree. But that's not Mahomes' fault. And I don't think he should be penalized because his best receiver can't play. If Mahomes had at least a Zay Flowers or, I don't even know who Josh Allen has.
DJ
Josh
Moore
Allen.
now, but
DJ Moore
before
now.
Khalil
as
Shakir.
Khalil Shakir.
Yeah.
So that's the hard part is like these guys that don't
Brandon
have weapons.
Cooks.
Yeah,
Brandon
Cooks,
yeah.
Deontay
Might have been a
Hardy.
little better, but he's just shown too much already to go back and say,
Exactly.
oh, no, he's not generational.
Right,
Three
right,
Super
right.
Bowls in your first
Generational.
Right.
5 years, 6 years.
Yeah, it's almost like you could just like separate the year. Like if you're talking about like those
Yeah.
first few years, and you can do this for anybody.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing Daniel Jones the first, like he was a bad starter,
Right.
like for the first 4 years of his
Right.
career. Like, anyways.
All right, let's go to
Yeah.
the next one because we're rolling.
Yeah.
Raiders, Cousins, Mendoza. Let's rank them both.
Cool.
Cousins, I think easily not ideal.
Yep. Mendoza, I'd say
Interesting.
solid.
Or would you say bad start?
I was going to say solid for Cousins.
Oh, yeah, I think he's not ideal.
Again, bridge quarterback.
I think
to
you
me.
told me he
Solid.
couldn't throw the ball.
Yeah, I saw him in person. I was like, you can't throw
He
it.
can't throw. I'll put him right next to his former teammate, Michael Penix Jr.
Dang. I wonder if we could slot him in there.
Mendoza.
Oh, yep.
Perfect.
I will put Mendoza at solid, though.
Yeah. I mean,
It's hard to tell.
we
Like,
gotta
I mean, you
put him
can't say
there.
not
You can't-
ideal as your 101.
Yeah, I mean, we have to put him. I think it's solid,
Yeah.
right?
I just want to go on record and say I'm going to put him in not ideal because we haven't seen any NFL snaps from Mendoza.
Yeah, not ideal, though. It feels like you're regretfully starting him. And I think that they're happy to start him. Beck is the guy
sure.
that's not ideal. Like, I don't want to start Beck, but we kind of have to.
Yeah.
Mendoza,
That's a good point.
I think they took him at 101 because they do like him, so I'd put
Nice.
him at solid. Who we got next, Trey?
We got
Oh,
Justin
yeah.
Herbert.
Generational.
Yeah.
No, poor guy. He's stuck with the Chargers. Chargers never win anything of meaning.
Yeah,
No.
that's true.
I would put him... I'm going to have to put him at good starter. I'm sorry.
I can't believe you.
I can't put him at superstar.
Same here. It's
Yeah.
I'd
Very-
have him as superstar.
very easy
I
for
think he's
me.
top 5 QB in the league.
I mean, talk about a quarterback who's never done anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you,
every
you have
year-
got to be able to elevate your team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he just doesn't do it.
It's kind of the same thing as like a Dak to me, like where he's got good statistical seasons at times, but he's hurt a lot, throws interceptions a lot, and he's just not separating his team from the other competition like a Lamar or a Josh Allen or a Burrow does. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that one's easy.
Cool.
Matt Stafford,
Matt Stafford.
generational.
What?
Yeah.
Are you guys serious?
Yep.
No way.
I think he's a top 10
think
QB of all
generational.
time.
Holy cow. Oh, wait, I got to hear this. Just, again, for the record, I think he's a superstar.
Yeah.
I think he's very, very, very good, just like the other three superstars we have up there. But,
Yeah.
yeah, it's hard to say generational for me.
So here's my case. He was trapped in Detroit. And this isn't the Detroit we all know now with Dan Campbell that's beloved. And there were dark times in Detroit where they were going 0-16 almost every other season.
Yeah.
And Stafford started every game. He remained a top-tier starter in the league while playing for the most atrocious team ever. Now,
Yeah.
he had Calvin Johnson to start out, one of the greatest receivers to ever step foot on the football field.
Yeah, then they drafted Amir Abdullah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Reggie Bush.
yeah.
Who else?
Did they have Golden Tate at one point?
Golden Tate, Kenny Galladay.
Oh, don't say that.
You don't like Kenny?
Galladay. Gosh.
So anyway, I think he was really, really good. To me, he was a superstar with the Lions.
Of course. He was like, him and Megatron were the only good things in Detroit.
Exactly.
Ever.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What about Kerryon Johnson?
Come on, bro. So then you get straight into the Rams, and then wins a Super Bowl the following year.
Yeah.
With the Rams. Has a down year the following year. And then last year, this will be his third year with the Rams, right? Third or
I think
fourth?
it's 4.
This will be his fourth year. So there were 2 down
Is this
years.
his fourth
but
year?
even down years were like not his fault. Like, and the team just, faltered in the playoffs.
Yeah, they used all their picks to get Stafford and didn't have any
They didn't have
future.
any capital.
Yeah.
And then this past year, he wins the MVP, and
Yeah.
I think deservedly so. We had a whole discussion on
Yep.
this last year, but I think we both agreed that he deserved the MVP. Probably could have had a good chance to make the Super Bowl had their defense had somebody playing, somebody with
yeah.
a pulse back there. So to me, Stafford, although he doesn't have like the Super Bowl wins that Mahomes has, I would 1,000% take him over like a Lamar or a Josh Allen or even a Joe Burrow.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Over and over and over.
Because we also know how far experience goes in playoffs as well.
You would take him over Burrow? Yeah.
It's tough.
Come on, Caleb.
But I have Burrow in generational,
Because
so
Yeah. He did
Oh,
say
yeah, that's
generation.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, yeah, and I think all these other guys are trying to be like Stafford with the no-look passes. And
it's one of the
them are as
best pocket
good.
passers of all time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Like,
just
he's
a
insane.
tough guy.
Yeah.
I will never. I'll end it with this: is that Stafford dislocated his shoulder playing for the Lions on a final drive, and he came in and played the last few
And he
snaps,
still won that
and they
game.
won the game.
That's great.
And he walked off the field with his arm like dangling.
He put the team on his back.
Stafford just dog
Him and Greg Jennings put the team on their back.
crazy.
All right, here's a wrench in the works, though. What about Ty Simpson? We going to rank him?
Not ideal. No, I'd probably say, solid to me.
Yeah.
Because they won him,
Yeah, I
Same
mean,
argument
first
for
round
Mendoza.
quarterback, like you kind of have to throw him in there.
But he's definitely a tier lower than Mendoza to me in, thoughts.
Yeah.
But he's a tier above Carson Beck. We just don't have another tier in between.
This
Yeah.
should be a fun one.
Miami Dolphins.
Malik Willis. Anybody want the former Liberty Project or product on your team?
Let's make this one quick.
I'm going to say not ideal.
Not ideal.
Not ideal.
Man.
All right, easy. Kyler Murray with the Vikings.
You guys are going to disagree
Solid.
with me, but I say solid. Wow.
What the heck?
No, I say solid.
I was like borderline bad starter.
I'm a big
No,
Kyler fan.
I'm a big Kyler fan.
What about JJ McCarthy? Because he's still in the conference.
Bad starter.
Bad starter.
They
Bad
almost
starter.
they almost went to the playoffs last year.
Apparently, there's still a quarterback controversy there.
Right, that's what I'm
Kyler
saying.
Might not even start
That's what
right
they
off.
do every offseason, though. I'm not hearing that.
Yeah, I disagree. I agree with that. But yeah, McCarthy, bad starter. Kyler, solid. I think the Cardinals have been a mess for a long time. They just
Yeah.
took a running back at pick 3. Like, if you want to slander Kyler, that's fine. But also understand that his whole career in the NFL has been with an atrocious organization.
Yeah.
So, all right, Drake
Doing
Maye.
Drake May.
Drake Maye.
Curious to see where you guys go on this one.
Good starter.
Yeah, good starter. To
Easy.
Me.
Okay. Good starter.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't think he's a superstar.
No,
No.
I don't think that he should have been in the MVP conversation.
No, I think
Yeah.
he's. I think everybody wanted him
Super
to be
good.
superstar.
And especially for your second year, like, geez, he's
And
good.
He's
but
still got a good
He's
ceiling.
good. Yeah,
Exactly.
He's good. I mean, that's why he's a good starter. I don't think he's a superstar.
Well, the big thing that frustrates me is like he was compared so much to Josh Allen, and
Yeah.
like I haven't seen him really add much with his legs,
Right.
Yet, he's still only 2 years in the league,
Right.
Just like Caleb Williams, just like Bo Nix.
Do you think
So-
he's the best QB we have in the good starter tier right now?
Yes,
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Over Herbert?
him and Herbert,
Oh.
I think would be top. Him,
You
Herbert,
guys are
and
too.
Williams,
You guys are too high on Herbert.
I'm very high on Herbert.
and then probably Rodgers would be the best one out of those.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Rodgers probably should go in
yeah,
generational now that I'm sitting here thinking about it because we talked about Stafford. I mean, right now, like this version of Rodgers, like, yeah,
is
he's
solid.
good starter. But like thinking of his career as a whole and what he's done and accomplished,
Generational.
yeah. Anyway,
He's
we don't
going
have
to the
to.
Hall of Fame,
we're not
right?
going to rehash that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not.
I can't believe you guys put him in as the best one in that tier, though.
Who?
Drake May?
No, I have Herbert as the best in that tier.
I can't believe that either. Oh my gosh. Also has done
For sure.
nothing ever.
I've got Jordan Love as my best in that tier. Moving
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
We got to
Yeah,
keep
sure
going,
you are.
fellas.
Who's next? Who's next?
we got Shough.
Oh, dude,
Fun.
good starter. Yep, I said it. Good starter.
I need to see more. I'm going to say solid.
What do you think, T?
Solid.
Caleb, you want
It's
to tie
so
break
tough
us?
to tell, man, because
That's what I'm
if
saying.
they didn't get Jordan Tyson this past draft, I'd probably be leaning solid. Oh, man, I'm torn.
But you can't think about what.
Just put SHOU.
No,
in
you
one
gotta pick
category
one.
and
yeah,
J to the other.
yeah.
Just pick one.
Split them.
I'm gonna go with solid.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run with solid. I like Shough, and I think he's gonna be good starter probably halfway through the season. But
I just don't look at any of these guys and say,
I know. I agree. If we're gonna say good starter is Drake Maye and Justin Herbert and Trevor Lawrence, then you can't put Tyler Shough with them.
yeah.
Tyler Shough did in 8 games what we've wanted Drake Maye to do for 2 seasons, which is produce with his legs and produce through the air.
He only had a couple games.
And he
was
played
running.
for a far worse team. I'm shook. If we're putting Drake Maye up there, shook.
Well, then put
the
Drake,
Super Bowl runner-up.
Put Drake Maye down there then.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. All right, let's move on. Jaxson Dart,
Jaxson Dart, New York Giants.
solid.
Good starter.
Good starter.
Good starter.
way.
Yeah, dude. He is.
Come on,
dude,
T.
He's got the cheese, man. He's good.
I mean, y'all talking about Jaxson Dart like he. Oh man,
I'm biased.
I
I will
saw-
say I'm a
that's
little
fine.
Dude,
biased.
I
like
saw
Jaxson Dart.
Jaxson Dart in person dice up the Broncos defense.
You
Now,
did?
he threw a game
With Darius
almost a
Slayton
game-sealing
and Wan'Dale
interception.
Robinson?
Yeah, with
See,
nobody.
you can't celebrate Jaxson Dart when he throws an interception against your defense and then trash Josh Allen for throwing 6 interceptions.
I did it. I put Josh Allen in superstar. What are you
kidding.
talking
I'm-
about?
I'm messing with you.
I'm a little biased.
raised
I
babies.
love Jaxson Dart as a player
Yeah, you're
and what he
biased.
can do. But, I mean, you were talking about it. He has the rushing upside, which is way better than Shough and Drake Maye's.
I don't even know if it's way better. I just think he did
It was
a lot
good.
more.
It was a good amount better. And he still has passing upside with arguably bottom 5 receiving core in the league. And his coach was fired, like 8 games in?
Yeah.
No head coach.
Yeah.
And he loses his
Yeah.
best buddy,
But
Scatterbo.
passing wise, he wasn't doing much when those receivers went out. He did perform on the ground, and that's why he got hurt. Was because he was just running the ball all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like,
No,
what
his
can
passing
you do?
I mean, I
numbers-
agree. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
I'm just saying
The passing numbers were underwhelming.
to me, he didn't show me anything that much as a quarterback once Nabers was gone. It was Wan'Dale. Once Dayball was gone. Like,
Yeah.
they still lost a ton of games, and I know that team wasn't built to win.
But they beat good teams.
Yes.
But
yes, they
Tyler
did.
Shough, man, I'm bringing it back to Tyler Shough. This guy won 4 out of his last 5 games, and they were
Yeah.
against good teams. And I mean, he had Olave, right? But this team is in the same position. I'll sit here. I agree.
know.
You
I
guys
know.
got Dart.
I know.
But
I get
do
it.
not be surprised if in 2026, by the end of the year, we are valuing Tyler Shough above Jaxson Dart.
Dang, that's
It's possible. It's
I'll say
definitely.
it right
That's a
here.
hot take.
I get it. We also love the Saints OC or head coach with Shane Steichen. The
Enough!
offense that he runs. Jaxson Dart has none of that. Everything's working against Jaxson Dart, and he's still
Shane
putting up the press.
Steichen,
Who am I thinking of? Oh, I'm sorry, Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore.
Come
Come on,
we
bro.
love the Kellen Moore
If you're gonna
offense.
step up to the Shuckmeister,
and it's super
you better
good.
know your
and
stuff.
it's very friendly for QBs.
Come on, bro.
You put Jaxson Dart with the same offense,
Oh, yeah.
You can probably see a lot more
Dogging.
inaccurate
Oh, yeah.
passes.
dogging.
All right,
You,
next.
last thing I'll say on this is you gave Caleb Williams a lot of credit because of his head coach, his terrible head coach.
Tyler Shough better than Caleb Williams.
I'm talking about Jaxson Dart. I'm talking about Jaxson Dart.
Oh, my
because,
bad, my bad.
Yeah, because you were like, yeah, Caleb Williams he had a bad first year because of his head coach, and
Right.
and we saw greatness out of Jaxson Dart before his coach got fired.
Right. This isn't an
Bad head coach.
anti-Jaxson Dart. This is not an anti-Jaxson Dart take at all. I'm just saying, as a quarterback, him running the ball like that, like he did last year, is not sustainable.
Oh, no, it's
his
scary.
career will end after year
Yeah.
3.
Yep.
So and that is not to me what a quarterback does. At least Josh Allen and Lamar throw the ball. And I'm not saying Dart can't. Obviously, there were the injuries. I'm just saying he hasn't proven to me that he's good starter. I think that this take of putting him in good starter with guys like Drake Maye, Bo Nix, Caleb Williams, Justin Herbert, even Trevor Lawrence, I think is wish casting. But
It's tough.
that's just my.
I just
take.
think he changes and brings a different dynamic to the game,
Yeah.
and that's why they beat good teams when he came in.
Yeah.
They beat the Chargers immediately.
And they should have beat the Broncos.
They
Like,
should have beat the
they-
Broncos. They got ripped off in that one.
They
That
ain't
was
get ripped
bad.
off.
That was the game where he stripped the fumble out, but he called the play dead after 2 seconds. Or am I thinking of the Eagles game?
No, I don't.
Might have been the Eagles game.
Yeah.
They beat the Eagles as well.
They did beat the Eagles.
All right, let's move
in
on.
Philly.
Let's move.
Yeah.
Let's move.
Yeah.
Geno Smith for the
Bad starter.
Jets.
Bad. Can we just
Yeah.
move him? Bad starter.
Bad starter.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Easy. Jalen Hurts. Bad start. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I put him in
Good, starter. He won a Super Bowl.
I had to give him good
Wait,
starter.
they win 2 Super Bowls?
No,
just
he won
one.
one and lost one.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
got screwed out of the other one.
I'm just
Yeah.
not a
I mean,
Jalen fan.
But he balled out in both Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Not a Jalen fan, but we can go good starter.
I mean, to me, he's teetering at the superstar level. And I think everybody's just incredibly biased by last year's poor performance with
No,
a
I was
guy
saying
who did
this
not
even
know what
2
he was
years
doing
ago.
as the OC. But who do we have
Yeah.
left, Trey?
Let's see.
Oh
we
my
got Brock Purdy.
Brock
Wait, we
Purdy?
only got like 5 more.
Great starter.
good starter.
Good
Great-
starter.
good starter.
Good starter.
I like
yep.
Brock.
Yeah.
Brock's
think
always
he's
been
good.
solid. He's consistent.
I think he's dropping a little bit though. I feel like he's getting worse.
I know you said that last week, right?
Yeah.
Or the week before.
Yeah, I'm like nervous about him. I love Brock Purdy.
I like Brock Purdy.
Like
a
I
lot.
like him as a person.
He's
I
a
like
good
him as
story.
a quarterback. Yeah, but I'm just like I don't know.
He's another
Ah.
one that had some bad injuries. So
Your favorite one, Sam Darnold.
Where you
Sammy
got him?
D. I have to say good starter. I have to. He led 2
Yeah.
He had to
14
because of
win
the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Good starter.
13 win teams. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
don't
then he
forget
won
the
Super
Viking
Bowl.
season.
Right, that's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Yeah,
If you put him on any of these bottom half teams in the league,
right.
he's not ideal.
yeah.
I'm serious.
I mean, yeah, I'm with that.
It's his system. Anyways, keep going.
I don't know.
I mean, Jaxson Dart, if you put him on a bottom team in the league, he'd probably be
He wasn't a
buns, too.
bottom
Yeah,
team
he
in the
literally
league.
was.
They had a top 5 pick, knucklehead,
Yeah, but he had Malik Nabers.
who was out after
And
week
he had
3.
Wan'Dale Robinson.
Okay.
All right, Baker Mayfield.
Baker
Good
Mayfield.
starter. If Sam Darnold's up there, then
Yeah,
he is
yeah,
good
that's
starter.
fine. Good
So is
fine,
Brock
that's fine,
Purdy.
That's fine. Hey.
Cam, it's good starter.
All right,
This
Baker
is
Mayfield did a
interesting.
good starter.
Cam Ward.
2 more.
2 more.
Cameron Ward.
Cam Ward. Solid.
How we feeling?
I give him solid.
I need to see more.
I'll run with solid as well.
Yeah.
If we give Bryce Young like 18 years of potential chance to change, Cam Ward can get at least one.
Jayden Daniels.
All right, last one, Jayden Daniels.
Good starter. Someone give me something spicy for this,
Generational.
please.
Yeah,
Not
right.
that spicy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
I'll put him in good starter.
I almost want to say solid.
oh, bad.
He was superstar year 1, and now, I mean, the injury it affected him
It was
in a
all
major
injuries, yeah.
way. In
All right,
a
so
major way.
You're saying solid?
Now I'm going to say good starter.
I would say generational,
You're crazy.
potentially.
You are absolutely crazy.
I mean, rookie quarterbacks. Which rookie quarterbacks have led their team to the AFC Championship?
He
Ben,
Or
can
the
get
NFC
Ben
there.
Roethlisberger?
I love
Big
Jayden
Ben.
Daniels.
Yeah, but is Ben Roethlisberger generational?
Yes.
No.
Yeah,
I
pretty
would
close.
no. Oh well, you guys are biased. Of course.
Generational.
From the out, nobody's going to look back. Nobody outside of Pittsburgh fans is going to look back and be like, "Oh, he was one of the best quarterbacks of all time."
Yeah, well, nobody's going to look at Bo Nix that way. No, I'm just kidding.
Or John Elway.
Rage
Or
baiting-
Peyton Manning.
Rage baiting both of them.
Watch me rage bait 2 Steelers fans.
I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that point that you're making. Like, I don't think that's a good argument. Like, just making the championship game.
Yeah, that's just my prediction. I think he's going to be generational, but I put him a good starter.
Yeah, he's got to be.
he'll
I
get the
agree.
superstar
I agree.
now.
I think
We
he will
wanted
get the
some hype.
superstar, but he's
And honestly, if you had said solid, then we could have split the difference. Wait, superstar? Sorry, I forgot we had a whole other tier.
Yeah, but we already voted on. Good
That's
starter.
fine. Good
Yeah.
starter. Superstar would be what I was saying, not generational.
Oh,
Because Big Ben says superstar to me, not generational.
yeah. I mean,
I'm not comparing him to Big
Yeah.
Ben, but there's another rookie
There's a bad
quarterback that
comparison.
led their team to the championship game. But
Donovan McNabb.
anyway, guys, that's it for our tier list. We have ranked all 32 quarterbacks plus or minus a few others. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you hate. Tell us how much we don't know ball or how much we do know ball. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this.
So cool.
Yeah, make sure you guys like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you go to fanfeednetwork.com. Check out all the merch we got. Look at this solid hat. Pittsburgh Steelers hat. Look at Trey's. He's got the Chicago Bears hat. I'm sorry, not Chicago Bears.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just like
That's not
messing with-
Cincinnati?
Yeah.
The Denver,
It's
Colorado
Cleveland. I
hat.
told you last week it's Cleveland.
Yeah, that's right. But there is a unique logo for each of your teams over at the website. So make sure you go check it out. Make sure you subscribe to the website too. You can become a member and get discounts on all of the merch in our store. You can also get other perks that are listed there. So make sure you go check all that out. And yeah, with all that being said, y'all, we will see you all next time. Thanks for tuning in.
See you.